Good evening, Dude79 here. Just doing a quick mic check. Make sure the mic sounds good, that we sound sexy. Hope everyone's having a great evening.
Hi, how are you?
There's Tone, and we'll be live in just a moment. Welcome to another edition of Banter and Babble. I'm the Dude79, and joining me always, my esteemed colleague and renowned piece of shit, Mr. Fanboytone. Mr. Fanboytone.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, sir.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going all right.
Whew, man. I need a vacation after a vacation.
Yeah, you do.
It was
It's actually a thing.
What's up, Ryan? Your two favorite rectums. He does love our rectums.
He does.
He's a sweetheart. What's going on, Prime?
Look at that guy.
Prime Didac? Man, Prime and I were at a show last night. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
We
Lucky.
got to see a pretty good comedy show. What's up, Crash? 7 Dungeons? Those the usual suspects are filing in.
Appreciate you guys bringing some folks in here as well, too.
Michigan is as nice as I remember. That's right. Jay Hill is back in Michigan. He sent me a picture today. He was out on the boat.
Dang.
He's in Michigan this month.
Good for you.
I think, is this weekend guys' weekend, Jay Hill? I think you're going up, is it this week with my brother? I think it is this weekend. Maybe it's next weekend. I don't fucking know. We're glad you're here too, Prime. It's been a long day. It's been a really long day. It's been a week. It has been a week. And yeah, like coming back on Monday, it's like work knew and everybody knew. It's just like, dude, he's back from vacation. Let's fucking run him into the ground. Let's catch him off guard.
You almost need a half day your first day back or something like that.
I almost took a half day.
Just to catch up.
I almost took a half day. I almost called in halfway through and said, fuck it.
Yeah.
Not ready for this. I am not mentally prepared to be back here. Well, not back here, but back in the fray of it all. But yeah, last week, dude, I went on vacation with the family. Went up to northern Michigan.
Yeah, you had a good time.
And it was beautiful.
Yeah, good for you.
As you would expect from northern Michigan. Really, really nice. Saw some of northern Michigan's finest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got our. I think that's. I was up in Michigan. Michibama. That's where I was at. Not Thumbtucky. I was up in I was up in Michibama.
Right.
And some of the usual folk that are renowned up there, militia. And it was good, but it was beautiful, man. We had a good time. We hit up a bunch of different restaurants. We ate something different every night. Yeah, you guys
definitely were doing it right.
Yeah, we bounced around. Dude, have you ever been to Fishtown?
No, but I've been on a fish kick lately, so I'd love to be in Fishtown.
Dude, Fishtown is like this little port or whatever full of little shanties and little huts. And it is pretty cool. I mean, old school. I got some photos I'll show you. It was really cool. And they have a restaurant there called The Cove. Amazing food.
Wow.
And dude, it's right like on the river. And where we sat was on a balcony that like overlooked the river. And they have like a dam that's running there and everything where like the salmon would used to come over and all this. I mean, it was pretty fucking sweet. Mm-hmm. But we ate really good. Got a lot of sun. It was actually pretty good weather for the most part. We didn't have any like other than the drive home. We drove through that litany of storms that came blasting through northern Michigan
right.
in the west, which made things fun. But dude, the only real disappointment was when we went to, I'm watching this with my school laptop at school, type in chat with a reply, please. Fire, I'm just going to read that. I'm not going to type in there, but I'm glad you're watching with your school laptop. That's awesome. Fuck school. Watch our show instead. I mean, that's the best advice I can give you. But no, man, we went on the Platte River, which is you can either canoe or kayak, or you can ride the tube down like a lazy river.
Yeah, Brian.
Like a lazy river. And no, I've been to multiple water parks that have lazy rivers, and I love those. I can just lay my fat ass in a tube and roll around the lazy river. And they're like, hey, you can do that on the Platte River. It's really cool. I was like, dope, that sounds fun. Let's do the tube.
Oh, man.
Bruh. Not only was it a day where like the current was real slow, but there was a wind blasting against us. Normally, what is a 2-hour ride from where we took off was only 2 hours because I had to paddle the whole fucking way. The whole way. And dude, I can tell you right now, like the moment when I realized I didn't like the Platte River or the people that go there is I had Ethan's tube tied to mine, so that was slowing us down even more. I should have had Anderson, not Ethan. The weight balance wasn't smart there. But here's the thing, dude. We're standing still in the river while everyone else is just moving along nicely in their kayak or their canoes or their little kids in tubes, and they can move. My fat ass is just, I'm looking over at the coast. I'm like, I've been staring at that turtle for the last hour. It's the same fucking turtle. He's right there. We haven't moved. And finally, this dude rolls up next to me in a canoe. Okay? Just rolls up next to me and goes, hey, Dad, you need a boost? I was like, nah, man, I'm good. I appreciate it. He's being nice. And he's like, oh, okay, I thought I'd just check. He's like, I got a bit of a weight problem, too, and just takes off. I'm like, you motherfucker. I hope you flip over and you can't get out and you drown. It was horrific, dude. I had to seriously lean over the front of the tube and paddle like this for 2 hours. And guess where I didn't put a lot of suntan lotion? My lower back.
Right on your tramp stamp.
God damn it. Agonizing pain, sore as fuck. I looked at that pamphlet for Platte River, and all these people are like, yeah, on their tubes. I was like, this is bullshit. Fuck the Platte River. Next time I'll do a kayak or a canoe. But I am not riding a tube down that thing.
Crash.
When they said lazy river, I expected to be fucking lazy. Mm-hmm. Not do a fucking workout. He fucking got me, Crash. I was not happy about that. But other than that, awesome time. It was nice to get out of Saginaw, get up there, enjoy the sights. We got to see a beautiful sunset off the sand dunes. Sleeping Bear sand dunes. It was incredible. It looked beautiful. It was great. So, and then we got back home, and my lawn was out of control. Mm-hmm. Had to mow the lawn, but I'm glad we came back when we did. Yes, I see. Brian still calling me out, but that was my son. He wanted to play Hello Neighbor, and he likes playing Hello Neighbor. And he's terrible at Hello Neighbor, dude. He I'm watching him play it, and after like 2 hours, I'm watching him like, you're supposed to go in his house, right? But he won't go in the house because as soon as he goes by and the Hello Neighbor guy's like, and he starts chasing him, it scares the shit out of him, and he runs out in the street. I'm like, dude, there's kids that speed run this game, bro, in like an hour and a half. You haven't even gone in the house to find the wrench or the key to open the door. But he was doing it for 2 hours, man. He will sit there and open the door. As soon as the neighbor guy gets all creepy and runs after him, he runs out the street and doesn't do anything.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, I don't think you understand how what this game is supposed to be, dude.
Take it away now.
I did. I'm gonna take it away. I played Fortnite with my youngest and like 3 friends from her school. That was an experience. Wow, man, you got that real Fortnite experience, Dungeons. He got that real Fortnite experience. I mean, it's an experience just playing with my 2 kids, man. Playing with them, that's an experience. I can't imagine them like logging in and playing with their buddies. I wouldn't play. I'm like, nope, I'm fucking done, dude.
Too.
I'm not doing any of that shit.
Well, while you were up north,
yeah, what was you doing?
So the first weekend is really the big piece of that. That was when SummerSlam hit on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
And now that Vincent McMahon is no longer in charge, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give WWE a little bit of chance to watch a little bit more wrestling. And I went over to my buddy Mike's. He had invited me over to SummerSlam, and I was alluding to I might show up. I wasn't really sure how the day was gonna play out, but I ended up over there. And around midnight, after drinking a lot of seltzies and some margaritas.
What seltzers were you drinking?
The Bud Light seltzers, which I was really shocked by. They're actually really good. The cherry limeade, the orange creamsicle was amazing.
Orange creamsicle.
Yeah, it was really good. So we decided to get in the pool. And
how'd that work out for you?
Not great because I slipped, I think, trying to get over the ladder.
Yeah.
And managed to, bruise my entire back and my belly, and still purple, and that was almost 2 weeks ago.
I like how he blames that when really what happened is
I might have been drunk.
He got a little kinky and he likes getting the shit kicked out of him. So.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But yeah, he slipped and fell. Yeah. I totally do.
I am pretty sure that most of the seltzies I was trying to drink were at one point pool water. And then we finished another half-fifth of that Fire Jack. So
man, you really tied one on.
Yeah, it was pretty neat because it was actually a night where they had there was a meteor shower. So I got to see 3 or 4 of them, and it was this dark where we were at, really dark in their little town because it's way out in the boonies.
Right.
So you could see them really nice and crystal clear. So
really, I'm surprised you could see anything.
Fucking hammered.
Yeah, you were the only one that saw the meteor shower because there was not one.
Yeah, they did. They were like, okay. I'm like, keep watching. Sure enough,
nobody sees shit, Tone.
No, there wasn't another one.
Drunk, you idiot.
Yep. That's me. So.
How was SummerSlam?
SummerSlam was fun.
Now who's in charge? If it's not Vince,
so now it's Triple H now. So
okay, so now is your faith restored or?
Well, this was still mostly Vince's hand in it. So we'll see how that kind of plays out. Over time, it's going to take a few months, but Triple H has already made big moves and changes, just certain things that they can say on air again, which is already making the fan base happy. So when Triple H had full control of NXT, it was from what I understand, I didn't watch it, it was a really good product. So now him being in full control, which is what a lot of us wanted, and I always said if Vince McMahon doesn't have control or leaves or dies, I would at least go back to the product and try to pay attention. But
oh man,
yeah.
First of all, y'all, for whatever reason, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, the chat is not going to appear on Twitch. I apologize, but I'm not sure why it's not working. It is connected. But Rohit Raju, the great Rohit Raju, stopped by to say, I just stopped in to say it's not the best Predator movie ever. How insulting.
It is not maybe the best Predator movie, but I think...
we're going to talk about it, Rohit.
I think there's a lot of love for that.
You're going to want to come back for that discussion because I'm going to want to hear your argument so I can dunk on yours and put you in your place.
Woo.
So...
Yeah, something's wrong with the restream right now. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the multi-chat, for whatever reason, Twitch is not connecting to the restream. So, and we unconnected it and reconnected it and re-signed out and re-signed in. It's weird. It shows, I can see that there's people from Twitch in here, but we cannot see the Twitch conversation. So, I am sorry, but it's not my fucking fault. Did you check your cookies? I ate them all, Dungeons. Yes, I checked my fucking cookies, bro.
Dude, you should check his taskbar, bro.
Did you check your TC? Okay, no, I didn't. No, I didn't check any of that.
Dog or dong?
I'll take the dong.
Yeah, Brian. Stephanie McMahon and Nick Connor, now the co-CEOs, whatever. I'm fine with all that. Triple H being head of creative like that is exactly what that product needed. So, I mean, we'll see how much I get to watch it. I struggle sometimes to watch AEW when I can. But yes, Freezy, he sure did. Yes, but it was fun to watch. There was some really great moments. Honestly, I thought the main event was really awesome. Brock Lesnar brought out a front loader in literally one corner of the fucking ring, lifted it up 6-7 feet.
Oh wow!
In the middle of this thing, felt very old school to do that kind of bullshit to me. I like that shit, so I mark out for it. But yeah, it was fun. It was definitely fun. So. We'll see what the next few months brings, but so far it sounds like Raws and SmackDowns have definitely already felt Triple H's touch, so it's good.
Okay,
it's good for the product. It's good to be a wrestling fan still,
Because for a while there, man, I always felt like people were more interested in Impact and AEW and all that stuff. I feel like WWE or whatever lost its way, sort of.
Yeah, I think that's been a lot of it. I said I wouldn't watch WWE, years ago. I'd stop, and I wasn't the only one doing that. So when we were given options kind of Impact having a resurgence, and then AEW coming out. AEW really kicks in hard on that demographic market. They want the 18 to like the certain, and it's a lot of people like us who left it and wanted wrestling, had no options, now finally had an option. So and that doesn't come up with, that's not a perfect product by any means either. Clearly AEW still has its issues as well, but to be a wrestling fan and enjoying it, just generally having good competition, both products doing well is better for everybody. So now if I can watch more wrestling because it's good again, then why not?
I dig it. Uh-oh. Anthouse says, save this for later, fellas.
Ooh, what is that? I know he's making some moves recently.
He's always making moves. Anthouse Beats, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check him out. iTunes, Spotify, everywhere you can hear dope-ass music, that's where you can hear Anthouse Beats. MK trailer, actually. MK? Huh?
That scares me. Rohit, I agree. Cowboy Brock is awesome. You know what? I like Brock. I've never been a huge fan of Brock, just like some folks. I like the old school Brock a lot more, like during the era of him and Kurt. But like Cowboy Brock is very sweet. I'm very sold on this version of Cowboy Brock. So.
Oh, that's his interview, his Mortal Kombat retro track. Yes, that's what Anthouse just.
Oh, sweet.
He had that interview. He did an interview.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay.
Well, let me talk for a minute here some more too. Grab that links. We still we were gonna actually have the Survey Monkey.
Oh, I didn't grab the link.
Yeah, get in Discord.
Oh shit. Okay.
Grab it real quick and we'll put it in here. So as you know, is that scary? You're gonna break everything?
I'm probably going to break everything, but I'll figure it out. Continue.
Hey, Cuddles, if you get a quick chance, or if you guys get a moment, jump in the Discord, please, and grab the Survey Monkey link for us. We didn't grab it. We do. So we did the survey. We want everybody's feedback on it. We were going to wait another week or two yet on it because we've
already gotten some good feedback.
We've gotten some great
quite
feedback.
A few people,
and
actually.
It's mostly from the Discord. And I know not everybody's in the Discord, so I want to share it here that way to make sure that everybody here is able to do it as well too, because a lot of you guys do watch weekly as well, but don't usually use the Discord. So I want to make sure that link is in here. So if anybody's got a free chance and can post it in here, that's perfectly fine. I just go to Cuddles because he's,
I've gone through a couple of the responses already, and it's the thing that I love about this community is, yes, a couple of the responses there's a little bit the usual trolling that we would expect, but they still are also hitting us with some critical feedback within the trolling. They'll do a little dig at you or me, and then they come in with the stuff that we need. I think we've got close to 10 or 11 people have already commented or have already gone through the actual survey, and there is some really good stuff in there. And I seriously cannot thank y'all enough. There it is, right there. Cuddles threw it in the chat. I will throw it over in the other one, in this one here, in case you're on YouTube or Facebook. Let me get this. Is the link to the Survey Monkey, the survey for Banter and Babble. We asked, Tone had a bunch of questions in there. We want to get your thoughts on the current state of the show. Some of the changes that we made so far. We want your thoughts on that, and then we also try to get mine a little bit of feedback on where you think we should go going forward. Can you tell which survey was mine, Brian? I'm gonna go back through, but I'm pretty sure I could. But there are no names on it, so I don't know who does.
It is
what.
anonymous.
It is anonymous. I was kind of hoping it wasn't, so I could find Brian's and pin him on it, but unfortunately that would not happen. But here's the survey. I'm throwing it up over here on YouTube and Facebook as well. And there you guys and gals go. If you get a chance, that'd be awesome if you could take that survey and, just be honest. Hit us straight. I mean, that's the thing. That's the only way the show is going to get better is if you hit us with that real talk. If you want to sit there and say we suck ass, that's cool. Explain why we suck ass. Give us that so we can make changes and tweaks so we don't suck ass, so that we're an enjoyable suck ass show. That's a thing, right? Yeah, it's like Gray Man. Talk about that in a little bit too. But go. No, seriously, for all of you that have participated, elaborate on sucking ass. I will not. It's open for interpretation. You take that how you want to take it, Anthouse. We really appreciate. Dungeon cracks knuckles. He's gonna get deep into that survey. But we appreciate each and every one of you that have tuned that have already taken part in the survey, and we're gonna leave it up for another week or so, just so we can get as much feedback as we can. So when we dive into the whole thing and we pick out the things that we think that we can make changes to, it would be greatly appreciated.
Absolutely.
We're looking forward to hearing your thoughts. We appreciate everyone that's already been a part of it. It means a lot to us. Tom, what else you got?
That's it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Am I?
Oh, didn't you say Paul had something for us?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I meant. What else you got?
That's it. Yes. So, of course, we're all getting excited and gearing up for Midland Mall Comic-Con, the return of the Midland Mall Comic-Con next March as well, too. And Paul had a really exciting person show up this last couple weeks here, a new person that's going to be there with us as well as a vendor, but she is an author. She's out of, I believe, Lansing area, but she's got a few books that she's published as well, so we are going to be excited to be able to welcome KJ Spencer of the Chimera, I think I'm saying that right, the Chimera series of books. It's going to be her first Comic-Con, so that's really exciting. She's going to donate some merch, too, so there's I know some donations coming in and some ways to win some of that swag and things like that as well, too. So she'll be there. So apparently she's got some great plans for her booth, so make sure when you're walking around, if you get a chance, stop in, say hi to see her. Our goal will be to have her actually here on the show during the con, so that way we get her first experience. She gets the whole kit and caboodle as well, too. So to kind of give you an idea of the series, it's a... let's see. It is a fictional dystopian society with dragons.
Wow. Hello. Making a movie already.
Me up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hollywood, pay her and buy the rights.
Right. Let's do... Yes.
Dystopian
more
future
dragons.
with dragons? Yes.
More dragons. So really excited to have her involved as well, too. So welcome, KJ, to the Midland Mall Comic-Con. We can't wait to have you involved. Thank you for Paul, to, as always, doing what he's doing, which is promoting, getting out there. I got to
grinding, dude.
He's like, when we talked about getting into last year, and I was definitely one of the critical ones. I said, maybe we should work earlier or plan better or whatever it is. And, he took a lot of things, criticisms and things to heart. And
you did.
He is nonstop right now. And very honestly, like, we got a committee of folks that talk about things when needed, but, he's just nonstop all day. This is his baby. So really excited to see what he's been doing. Honestly, the vendor slots, they're filling up fast, everybody. So if you're out there,
that says a lot, because the price on those things, he had to charge more.
Yeah,
like they gone up, and he's still filling out, and
he's still filling
out.
up. So, and there's different tiers involved. Don't forget, we've got 5 food trucks we're allowed to have this year as well, too. So there's going to be some great food trucks out there as well. So just
and that's not a knock against the food court. They did a great job. But hey, variety, baby.
They did the best they could with a lot of people all at once. Yes. They were very unprepared.
They were overall, but I mean it's a testament to everyone who turned out. I mean they were. I mean I think they were like us. We were just kind of like, I don't know what to expect.
Right.
You and I were just kind of like, oh, I'm sure it'll be fun, but I'm not expecting to be totally overwhelmed. And it went off.
Yeah,
like, it was
did.
huge.
It did. So really excited to be involved. That as well too. So as always, just kind of, keep here for the updates. Keep watching our Facebook page. We try to share as much of those updates as well, too. So, and that's right, a whole new 7D experience as well. So
7 Dungeons is going to be there.
They will be there, rolling dice as
and
well,
I was
too.
Like, food trucks.
Over Mr. Powell over on YouTube, I would fill out suck-ass survey question if you want to, yes. Yes.
I have a feeling anyone who takes a survey going forward, there's going to be a lot of suck-ass comments littered throughout that.
And we've had a few people, Crash being one, that have offered to be one of our booth friends. So you may see Crash hanging out. I think he's working on some cosplays around the Banter and Babble booth. So we're really excited to have that as well, too. So I know Cherry Squishy wants to help out as well, too. And I know that she's big into D&D as well. So I said, anybody that wants to help, I'm also saying, hey, don't forget, let's get 7 Dungeons. Might need some help, too. So, but either way, really excited to have KJ. Really excited that Paul's out there grinding and we're filling up slots like months out from the con. So if we thought last year was massive,
oh, dude,
just wait to see what's coming up now. So
I'm seriously, dude, I'm really excited about it because I know, like I said, like you talked about, Paul is putting a lot. He's taking all the feedback to heart.
Yeah.
And he's trying to streamline things, but he's also trying to prepare for a bigger show, which he should, because if there's any indication from last year's show where we weren't expecting much, and he's going to build on that and make it a better experience, it's going to be a monster show. But the thing that I'm really excited about the most, dude, is figuring out how we're going to be better at what we do and getting more vendors on and having more stuff going on in between interviews. I am working really hard behind the scenes trying to figure out how to make the cosplay event a little bit more engaging and not just my fat ass sitting there throwing out my 2 cents where I know nothing about cosplay. I have an idea in place. I have a co-host in mind, but I have to try to make it happen. Gonna be I think you know what I'm talking about,
right?
And I think this would be a real ideal thing, but I have to work for that. So I am excited to put a lot of stuff together and make an even better show from our stance, from our perspective, and do our part to make sure everyone sees what's going on in Midland if they're not able to be there.
Right, because I got an MC.
Because you are the MC of the cosplay contest. Only because I was just like, go, dude, you got this. I'll be over here, back in the corner, just talking to nobody.
Really fun trying to pronounce everybody's name.
You did great. You did a great job. You looked totally calm, not sweaty. You were.
I really
awesome.
wasn't that sweaty. I don't think.
You were glistening.
Okay, maybe it was.
You were a little glistening.
To be fair, the sun was shining through.
It was literally overcast.
But
and it was March, so it was cold.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
One more thing I want to talk about really quick, Tone, is last night in Saginaw, Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
At the Temple Theater. I was able to go watch Tom Segura live.
A.K.A. DJ Dadmouth.
DJ Dadmouth. I got to go see him. And opening at Kirk Fox, Sewage Joe, as you may know him.
Yeah, from Parks and Rec. I didn't know he did stand-up. That's pretty sweet.
I know Freezy was there last night, and Prime Didac was there as well, and I think they would agree it was a fucking hilarious show.
Dude, his new set is fucking hilarious.
Dude, it was amazing, and the thing that the thing about stand-up is that, now look, I am not a stand-up connoisseur. I haven't been to like millions of shows, but I've seen enough, and I've listened to enough, and there's a lot that goes into doing stand-up. It's not just up there telling jokes. But the thing that I absolutely loved about Tom Segura is the content's funny, but it's his mannerisms and the way that he animates himself through his sets that is just so good. I mean, guys like Carlin, he was animated at times, but he was more about his delivery. Whereas Segura is got great delivery, but he's animated, but he's got these mannerisms that just it takes the bits to another level.
He's got some very unique things that he does. Yeah,
dude, I was howling, laughing last night. It was an amazing 10-minute show. He was absolutely killer. The crowd was rocking.
Tommy Buns,
from penis size to eating ass to jerking off kids in the shower. I mean, there was everything Tom Segura could cover. It was unbelievable. And it's funny because the guy that I went with, he had actually saw Segura in Vegas. I think it was late last year.
Okay.
And he said it was some of the same set that he saw, but he had tweaked it since then. And so there were some changes to it that he thought were absolutely hilarious that he wasn't kind of expecting.
Yeah, I think those evolve over the course of a tour, or that might have been part of a different tour because I think he's Coming Everywhere tour kicked off this spring. So.
Dude, and Prime mentioned it earlier, man, that he did a bit about wiping your ass. And sometimes if the toilet paper gets stuck and your thumb goes through everything else without that protection, man, I seriously was like, holy fuck, can I relate to that? Holy shit. I mean, literally and figuratively, holy shit, I can relate to that.
No,
it was an amazing show.
He is of the living comics right now, the living comedians, he's in my top 3, probably my number 1. I mean, and I don't talk about a lot on here, but I listen to his podcast every fucking week.
Yep.
You know, religiously.
He mentioned the podcast, and he mentioned Kurt.
Bert.
Bert, yes.
Yep,
Bert mentioned Bert.
Probably mentioned Bert. Probably made a joke about him being the machine. I'm sure he usually does.
There was some, little, and then obviously, you know, I haven't listened to that show, but you could tell there was a lot of people in the audience.
Oh, a lot of people
who knew what he was referencing, and it was great.
Tommy Buns too. That's usually a reference to that as well too.
Yeah, Freezy was there, man. He thought it was a great show as well. I mean, it was a lot of fun, man. It was.
He's hilarious.
The crowd loved it.
Crazy,
I mean, it was awesome. I haven't been to the Temple in a long time. I forget how beautiful that fucking place is.
Called him the mechanic. Yeah, that's too bad.
Bert the mechanic.
Yeah.
But it was, man, it was great. I talked to the Temple director last night. He said he's trying to get their podcast too. Ooh.
Yeah, they sometimes do live shows. But usually they do that from one of the studios. But that would be fucking
No, it was really cool, man. I'm glad to see Saginaw being able to bring in some of these high-end guys. Bill Burr, Segura, and Jeselnik are my top 3 right now.
Oh, I forget about Jeselnik.
Jeselnik is good, too.
So if I got to say top 4 then, because I'm right there with you, because I also throw in Chappelle still as well, too. So, but Segura, Bill Burr, those guys, yeah. Anthony Jeselnik, yeah. If you want somebody that tells a joke but takes 20 minutes to get there, that's the guy, and it's the most fucking deviant shit and dark ass comedy you'll ever see. Anthony Jeselnik is absolutely a genius.
Where do you rank Jim Jeffries? Are you a Jim Jeffries guy or
not really? No.
Okay. Right.
There's another guy out there that still gets kicked around that I really like because his name's Kyle Kinane. He's not as big as these guys, but Kyle Kinane is pretty fucking funny. Like when I first saw him, I think on Drunk History or whenever that was. He's really fucking funny. So
Forge Hammer in the house. What's going on, Forge? All right, Tone, I think we've talked about current affairs enough. We've touched on what we've been doing, what we've been drinking. Oh, shit. So. Fuck. Hold on.
Shit, fuck, shit.
We're going to do a quick giveaway, y'all. We're going to do swag.
Shit, fuck.
You're going to get a T-shirt and a $50 gift card for the platform of your choice, whether it's PlayStation, Xbox, or eShop. Or Steam, if you want Steam.
the truck stops up north must have been paying out real well this last week. God damn. While he's doing that, I'm going to take a delicious sip from my Faygo. I'm not really drinking.
Which flavor is that, Tone?
One of my top 3 favorites. This is the candy apple, and you'd never had it before, apparently.
I'm not, and it's fucking
delicious.
Amazing. Let me get this giveaway started here.
Tonguing a little bit. That's for you, Powell, if you're still out there. Yeah, my 3 favorite Faygos. I had Rock and Rye in my hand, but then I saw the candy apple, which is not always easy to find. But my top 3 favorite are cotton candy, candy apple. My number 1 favorite Faygo is black cherry. Rock and Rye is in my top 5 though.
Just can't. I can't.
I know you're not overly.
I can't do it. All right, starting the giveaway now for a B&B T-shirt and a $50 gift card on the platform of your choice. Exclamation point enter to join, and exclamation point claim if you win. You have to be here to claim it. So if you enter in, then go beat off for an hour and a half, and it skips. It's going to skip you and pick somebody else. Oh, Prime, don't bother, Prime.
Prime just won.
Right, it's over. We can cancel. It's over. Exclamation point enter. You have to be on Twitch. I apologize for the people on YouTube and Facebook, but hey, it's Mix It Up. I didn't create it. It's bullshit. But hey, I appreciate everybody on Twitch who wants to be a part of it. If you're on YouTube or on Facebook, run over to Twitch real quick. Exclamation point enter, and then go back to your preferred platform. That's the only way you can win is if you're on Twitch.
I still love Red. Like I like all Faygo. Don't get me wrong. It's just what degree. I love some Red Pop. Back in the day, we used to get them in 3 liters, which was dope as shit. Freezy, I've heard the Black Cherry Vernors is also at some of the Walmarts in town.
Black Cherry Vernors?
So, yeah, that's that secret Vernors that got out that Michigan gets first exclusively. So, I got to try and get down there and grab some of that.
Sean Powell says cotton candy is suspect choice.
It's a very suspect choice. I'm a big fan of it. And I was telling dude, when the candy apple flavor came up, they ran a contest for this, I think in 2000, 2001. And I want to say I was hearing about it on the radio or somewhere. And I think it was a lady out of Kalamazoo or Grand Rapids, Michigan, that actually won for the flavor. Like they would do, like, hey, write in what do you think will be a new flavor for Faygo, and this was the one that ended up winning.
That one's really good.
I've loved it ever since. So
it is really tasty. All right, Tone, we're moving on to our first topic. And over the course of the last month or so, we have been running the Cuddles Classic, the best of Nick Cage, the tournament, and we've had a really good time with this. We've had a lot of involvement from the community because they are deciding these matchups.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll take a look at the bracket, and this is what we were heading into. The final week, after weeks of voting, it came down to The Rock, the number 9 seed, against number 2 Face-Off. A very, very compelling matchup. The Father and the Holy Ghost.
Right.
You know, we had, the 2 of the Holy Trinity. I mean, who else? You know, if we could have had 3 versus a 3-way, it would have been Con Air, Face-Off, and actually, I'm sorry, Meta.
Oh, God. Gross.
Meta.
It's all gross.
We had the voting for the last 2 weeks, and we have a winner, Tone.
You do have a winner.
We have a winner. Even though The Rock is a fine movie, and Michael Bay's best movie by far. By far. It was just no match for John Woo's Mortal Classic, Face Off.
Was not even close even.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Face Off is the winner of the Cuddles Classic, winning 14 votes to 8.
Wow.
Face Off defeats The Rock. It held off National Treasure. That was its biggest threat.
That was close.
And Face Off takes the W against The Rock 14-8 as the best of Nick Cage.
By God, what is on that crown?
The Rock is also Nick Cage's best movie. Well, not according to these votes, Forge. Not according to these votes. So you're wrong. The community has spoken, Forge. It's his second best movie, actually. Survey says XXX. Triple X? Is that the one? Now, which one? The one with Vin or the one with Ice Cube?
I like the Vin one, but that's not
the
good.
Ice Cube one actually wasn't bad.
All right.
Because it was in that window where Ice Cube could really do no wrong. Just like he just makes good movies.
I don't want to get in that conversation.
Oh, come on. It wasn't terrible.
Strongly disagree with the decision. I regret my vote against National Treasure just because of the ultimate outcome.
I regret my vote.
He is the Rock super fan of all of them for sure.
He does love The Rock.
He is the Rock.
Loves The Rock. And The Rock is a great movie. Don't get me wrong. The Rock.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. This was a good matchup. I thought this was a really good matchup. It was a fair matchup. I know, yeah, Cuddles. We mentioned that earlier. I don't know why
won't connect.
It won't connect. Even though it's weird because it shows all the people. It shows the amount of people that are watching on Twitch, but for whatever reason, the chat will not appear. So the folks on YouTube and Facebook, they don't get to see what all of our classy individuals on Shut This Shit Show Down.
Right.
4chan, it's a James Bond film. I agree with Forge. It should have been a James Bond film.
Bond guy too.
I do. I knew I liked Forge for a reason. Even though he has bad taste in some movies, he understands Bond. And it's the first dark and gritty Bond film. Well, I disagree. License to Kill and Living Daylights were dark and gritty Bond films. Darker than The Rock. So now I just lost respect for Forge. For a minute there, I thought he was a well-versed Bond guy, but clearly he's never seen the Timothy Dalton movies. They were darker than The Rock. At least Manny didn't make it too far. Fuck you, Dungeons. Cuddles block Dungeons for 6 months. That's fine. He'll learn his lesson. But no, dude, I mean, okay, modern Bond film. Okay, Forge, now you're back in my good graces. I appreciate that. But Tone, your overall thoughts on the outcome and just the tournament itself?
Very fun.
Yes.
Very sus on some of the community here for sure. Interesting to see. I think part of that plays in, very honestly, age. I think there's a lot of things out there that some folks, might not have been exposed to it at an earlier time frame. I think that's part of it as well too.
Sure.
Again, I'm somebody who likes Gone in 60 Seconds and National Treasure. I just don't think they hold up to the Holy Trinity. This was what I wanted to win because this is my favor of the Holy Trinity in favor of the action-y old school films because Pig has moved up so high and so is Color Out of Space for me. Even Mom and Dad, I like Mandy. I don't think that as much as everybody else typically the cult following of it. I think some of the other ones I like a little bit more, but I still enjoy it a lot and get why it's so popular for those folks. But this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the peach crown. So
yeah, I don't know if you guys saw it, but he is wearing the peach crown because he can eat a peach for hours.
Peach for hours.
See, I added little peaches to the crown. I'm glad somebody caught on to my brilliance. That was really, really good. I'm still trying to recover from what Cuddles just told me in the chat here. Speaking of Bond, did you see Harry Styles as the lead for the next Bond series?
Interesting.
Fuck. No. I'll be disappointed. There's a lot of different directions you could go with Bond. Harry Styles is not one where I was expecting them to go.
Okay.
So I'm not too sure how do you feel about Harry Styles as Bond?
I don't hate his music. I don't love his music. He's got a good and young modern look. Is he British? I guess I'm gonna guess he probably maybe.
I would hope so.
I don't know. I really don't know. Idris Elba is who I want Idris Elba. Really bad.
Yep.
Really, really bad even. He is okay. Seven Dungeons would know. I forgot he's a big fan. So he loved One Direction. So
he did.
so honestly, I can see like it's kind of running through my head. I get more of a Pierce Brosnan vibe out of him.
And I don't know how I feel about that. Man.
I know you.
I'm not.
I mean,
like, look, I don't think Pierce Brosnan was a bad Bond. I just didn't think he was a memorable Bond.
Yeah, I get it.
Other than GoldenEye.
Yeah, I get it. I actually agree with that. Like, I think I liked the Ice Castle one more than most. Very honestly, because of the E12 Vanquish, dude.
I think Brosnan might have missed his window as Bond because he was still locked into Remington Steele. That was the show that's why he couldn't be Bond sooner. That's why they went with Timothy Dalton because they couldn't pry him away from his Remington Steele contract. They want somewhere younger than 40. They do, man. They want to have a franchise that they can run with the guy, for a long time. I mean, Daniel Craig, if he would have been 20 years younger or 10 years younger, he'd still be going Bond.
Oh, absolutely.
He'd be still going Bond. But, I mean, he's older.
He's so amazing.
So they need somebody like, where if you look at Idris Elba, I mean, how long could he run as Bond? You know what I'm saying?
Forge, I agree with that, actually, too. Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan look like Bond should
me.
Look. I mean, sure. But it stops there. Yeah, I agree with that. It does stop there. Like I said, other than GoldenEye, I just didn't really.
I agree.
I wasn't on that Pierce Brosnan bus. And I love Pierce Brosnan, and I think had they were able to get to him sooner, had he not been tied up with Remington Steele, I think he probably would have had a longer, more appealing run as Bond. But once he Pierce Brosnan, his movies kind of went the way of Roger Moore's movies. Like, the further along they went, they were just like, oh, these are so campy and just so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
He had that Roger Moore effect kick in, and you're just like, all right, dude, you need to get the fuck out of here. And that's why they went younger with Daniel Craig. So I guess that makes sense why they would look at. But I remember the one name that they threw around, and it's probably difficult to do with the Marvel stuff, is Tom Hiddleston was in the conversation for a minute.
I did see that. That was an interesting. Yeah.
I liked GoldenEye just because of the girl with her legs. I'll take that. Azina Onatop. It was the woman that played Jean Grey in the X-Men movies. Her name escapes me. Not Natasha Henstridge.
Oh, come on.
You guys are way off. Kevin Feige already revealed Tom Holland is the next Bond.
Famke Jensen.
Famke Jensen. There you go. Thank you, Dungeons. Yeah. Something Onatop was her name. And I just remember when she says her name and Bond is like, Onatop? Like, really? That's your name? Onatop? Okay, that's hot. Nick Cage is Bond. I would watch that. Xena Onatop. There it is. Thank you. I knew that was her name. Awesome Bond girl. She was dope, man. Xena, yeah. Hey, there's Rohit. He's over there. Hey, Rohit, make sure you exclamation point enter if you haven't already. Get in there, exclamation point enter for the giveaway, T-shirt, and a $50 gift card on the platform of your choice. I played a lot of GoldenEye on 64. I think everybody did. I played a lot. Did you play? I have a look. Oh, I thought you were giving that look like, I didn't really like it. No, I
played a fuck. No, we would actually play we had every Monday night for wrestling, WCW Nitro, there'd be like 8 of us at our friend's house, and we would play nonstop GoldenEye for 3 hours for the show. A 3-hour show came on.
So good. It was so good. I love it. Now, the thing is, though, man, if they brought that thing out for the Switch, and rumor has it, like, it's either coming there or Xbox. It's one of those two. It might be both of them. They might have, like, a deal in place because they're always, like, lovey-dovey and stuff. Does that game still hold up well today? Because, like, I know everyone's like, oh, GoldenEye, I'd play the shit out of that. You know, I love SOCOM 2, and if I went and played SOCOM 2, I'd be like, ugh, gross.
Yeah, no, I think sometimes when it comes to nostalgia, some things are either left best the way they are or just left in the past because you realize and you try to play them now, like, it's not as good.
Forge isn't wrong. I think Forge has a point. GoldenEye isn't great because of Pierce. It's because of Sean Bean. It is.
That's right.
Because his name is, I think it's Eric. Is it Eric?
Trevelyan?
I thought it was like for England, Eric, for England Bond, or whatever the fuck his name was. I don't even know what it was. But yes, Sean Bean, and he died in that movie too. Weird.
Well, everything.
He dies in everything. Yeah, I couldn't play GoldenEye right now if you wanted me to. I can play it for like 2 minutes and be like, cool, this is dumb, I'm out of here.
It's one fucking stick. It's one analog.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so congratulations to Face Up. Now, look, this will not be the last Cuddles Classic. Obviously, this is you guys and gals have spoken, and you guys really enjoyed this. So we will continue to
maybe we'll have to do some form of survey.
Survey says.
Because I know, like, I've said I want a Leo one. I've heard
Denzel.
Heard a Denzel one. So there definitely is. It's his idea. It was his brainchild.
Yeah, because Cuddles came up with it, man.
Yep, it's his brainchild, and he put work into it originally too. So
Sometimes you can't go back. I tried last week when internet went out with an old Playboy, and it wasn't the
Exactly. See?
When Sean Bean actually dies, nobody's going to believe it. I call BS.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe we should call him. Does he realize that his names are spelled the same phonetically and like pronounced differently? Like, that kind of weird.
Sean Bean.
Kind of stupid.
That is weird. Just
throwing
the
it out
S and
there.
B
Just wanna
is
point that out.
so bizarre.
Yeah, so we might do a survey. We'll talk about. We'll kick around maybe a few people that we think would be good for like a 4-person vote round. And again, I think that Tom Hanks. That was one of the other ones.
Tom Hanks would be a good one too.
I
mean, we've also thought about like video games. I mean, we don't have to just narrow it down to a specific actor or something. We could look at franchise. We could look at directors. We could look at video games. We could look at studios, publisher. I mean, there's a lot of cool ways we could go with these contests, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Sure. So it's the Cuddles Classic. Fuck the survey. I don't care about your opinion, chat. Well, Cuddles just let you all know. It's called Cuddles Classic.
On notice.
Puts them on notice. All right, Tone, let's move on to our next topic. We got a movie review, one of two tonight. Let's talk about...
That's a good one, J-Hill.
The Gray Man. Available now on Netflix. I'm going to move over. So I know my wife is probably watching, so she wants to see Chris Evans with his trash stash. Right there. That hurts my arm.
It was a really good trash stash.
It was a really good trash stash. All right, Tone. You're going to let me lead the charge on this one.
I'm going to let you lead because I don't feel like mine's going to be as long as yours.
It never will be either, my friend.
That's why I got a big screen TV.
Yeah! I got him.
Grow up.
Yeah, I'm just joking. It's small.
Grow up.
Anywho. All right, so The Gray Man. I remember when the trailer dropped for this, and I watched it, and I was just like, Now, taking into consideration Netflix's portfolio of movies during the pandemic, specifically, hit or miss. I think that's fair to say with their movies.
Very hit or miss.
Very hit or miss.
I think a lot of miss.
Lots of big names doesn't always translate to good movies.
Correct.
We've seen some heavy hitters show up for Netflix only to deliver forgettable or just flat out terrible fucking movies. The Bubble. The Bubble is so bad. Don't see The Bubble. Prime Dad was not into it. And Prime, here's the thing, man. Like, there's two parts to me with this movie. Okay, first of all, there's one part of me that thinks this movie
Chris Evans, the other's Ryan Gosling. Go on.
This movie, on one hand, this movie is bad. Mm-hmm. It's a bad movie. It's bad. It's a bad movie. It's really bad. But it's also kind of like one of those, it's so good or so bad, it's good. Like, here's the thing. This movie has a lot of style. It is a very stylish movie. It you can tell they put some money into the style. You've got the sweeping drone shots of all the places where they're at. Even during some of the action, you have these drones just whipping through crowds, and it's action-packed, and it's constantly moving. It's a constantly moving movie. Lots of neon lights and explosions.
I thought the courtyard action was really cool. I really like that.
I mean, there's a lot of shit going on. And that's because it has to, so it can distract you from how fucking dumb this movie is. It is dumb. The minute you start thinking about anything, you're just like, oh my God, this is fucking dumb. But there's enough of this stylish shit going on. And as campy as Chris Evans is.
It's fucking great.
Like, look, Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans are able to muscle and carry this movie to the end, to the finish line. But, man, I can tell you, and you're locked on the screen, but you are eye-rolling a lot. There's a lot of eye rolls. The writing in this movie is sophomoric at best. There is some cringy fucking dialogue in this movie. There is some cringy-ass special effects in this movie. There is some cringy-ass performances in this movie. But for whatever reason, as bad as it can be, it's one of those movies where I'm just like, I didn't hate spending 2 hours watching it. That's the crazy thing. It's sitting at a 91% on audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, which at first I was just like, that's crazy. But then I'm thinking to myself, it is a bad fucking movie, but there's just enough there to be like, I didn't hate wasting my time. I didn't like this movie. I didn't think it was good. And I think part of the problem, and I want to get your thoughts on this, like, considering everybody who's involved in this movie, Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, Ana de Armas, whatever her last name is, I butchered that probably.
Billy Bob Thornton's new fight.
Billy Bob Thornton,
new face.
Alfre Woodard, and a really, and that's directed by the Russo brothers, who also did, was it Red Notice? Did they do Red Notice, or what else did they do? They just did they did another movie on Netflix.
Yeah, like Infinity War, Endgame.
No, Netflix movies. This is like their second one. I think they've done 2 of them. Billy Bob Thornton. But like with all the talent involved, I would have liked a story that was a little bit better, because I understand they're trying to build a universe here. We already know there's a sequel coming. The actor who portrayed the Lone Wolf, which was a fucking lame ass character, by the way, Lone Wolf. That shit was comically bad. But apparently he's going to be a big part of the sequel, and I'm just like, oh God, I hope fucking not. I'm sorry, the Lone Wolf was fucking stupid. Shows up, total badass. He's fighting 2 people at once, total badass. Then he has a fucking a moral conflict and just bows out. I was like, okay, this is fucking stupid. This character sucks. But the movie is like, if you go into this expecting a dumb, over-the-top action film and don't put any thought into it, Evans, more so than Gosling, is more than capable of carrying you to the finish line. Gosling is more of like a dry humor. He's very stoic.
He's being stoic, like, I mean, he gets typecasted that a lot of
But
times
Chris Evans, like, the directors were just like, dude, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
He was silly.
He was very. He was campy. He was Roger Moore.
That was great.
Bond villain, like campy, like really goofy, and some of it works and some of it doesn't because of how bad the writing is in this movie. Like some of the conversations you're just like, ugh. It's not even funny. Like, I can't, like, I can take certain story beats as if they're bad. I can still find the humor in it. Some of these are just flat out, like, really bad. You're just like, oh, that's fucking stupid. Like, come on, dude. That's dumb. But, like, I can't help but wonder if they would have just had a better script to work with and a better story and still let Chris Evans do his goofy shit and maybe just do a little bit more with Ryan Gosling's character. Ana de Armas is completely wasted in this movie. She's a useless character, and it's really disappointing because she is a good actress, and she deserved a little bit better, a better material for sure. Sorry, I'm late. I made my friend made me go feed his fucking dogs. Gray, you're a good friend. You're a good friend. Now just give the dogs sleeping pills so you don't have to worry about feeding them in the morning. They'll be asleep all morning and all day. And what? It worked in Something About Mary. I mean, it put the dog to sleep for a little bit. But overall, I mean, like I said, it's just one of those movies where if you just go in, lower your expectations, don't fucking think about anything, nothing, and and don't let some of the really weird over the top sequences that are just like bad CGI. You dorks are something special. You damn right we are. Great. Right. You damn right we are. Never be late. I mean, Cuddles just told you, don't be fucking late. Okay, bring the dogs over here next time. But Tone, I want to get your thought. I mean, like overall, man, this here's how I saw this movie.
Yeah,
this is a live action Call of Duty movie.
Yes,
directed by a budget version Michael Bay.
Kinda, yeah, that's kind of.
There's a lot of that Michael Bay camera cutting and editing and cameras swooping around everywhere, and it felt like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So force yourself to watch it. Prime. I mean, it really. I didn't force myself. I feel like a second viewing, I'd be forcing myself. But one viewing, I was just like, this is stupid. But it was not the worst 2 hours of my life. Right. 2 hours. Maybe if it was 90 minutes, it'd be a little bit more tolerable. It wouldn't have dragged out so long. But I mean, shit, man. I've seen worse from Netflix. I've seen worse.
Much worse.
Tone, your thoughts?
I actually really enjoyed it. I
hold on a sec, guys. I have an important question from Facebook. My wife wants to know: do they take their shirts off? No, Ana de Armas does not take her shirt off. I'm sorry, hon. She keeps her shirt on. She does not get naked.
That's like one of the few movies she does, I think, at this point. Very honestly.
There is one part where I felt like Ryan Gosling was doing steroids because I was just like, what in the fuck did he just turn into like the Terminator? He gets jacked. Like he is jacked in this movie.
I didn't notice.
I did because yeah.
I didn't notice.
He's my man crush.
Him
and James Brolin.
I'm a huge fan of Gosling. I love a lot of his work. But no, I really enjoyed the movie. I definitely agree. A lot of the things you say, I totally see it. Like, matter of fact, I thought the beginning, the plane sequence that happens, I thought the CGI looked very like 720p, maybe less. Like, it was very blurry and just there was a lot going on. It was a cool concept, but just the CGI sometimes kind of chunked.
Grace says he was jacked to prepare for Barbie. That's hilarious.
That's actually right because he makes a joke.
Yeah. Chris Evans calls him a Ken doll.
Yeah, it was a funny joke. That was a nod to that. And there were some other action scenes in it too that were really shitty, or not really shitty. Just like you had to go, oh, okay, that's cool. The train running down the train. Trains running off the tracks and jumping on the car was a little sus as well too, but I honestly was there for it. Like, you're right, it felt like an over-the-top Call of Duty video. It felt like a video game movie, and I was fine with that. Like, that's kind of what I felt like I needed or wanted, especially when I was watching it, because I went into it not knowing really anything about it.
Sure.
Aside of these two guys are in it, I didn't know how serious it was going to be, if it was going to be super serious. I didn't expect it to be kind of like lighthearted at times, comical but actiony. So for me, as I was watching it, it was kind of what I wanted. It felt like a very campy '90s action film.
Sure.
You mentioned Demolition Man. That's kind of the vibe I get out of that. You know. So I had a good time with it. Like, I thought the choreography and some of the fight scenes was actually really fucking cool.
Some of them were good, but then some of them gave way to that shitty editing where they're just
where they're cutting away. I guess you could probably make the argument at the knife fight at the end or the fight at the end.
That was pretty good.
I thought that was really dope.
I thought that was good.
It was kind of campy as shit, but there was a part with the grenade where I was like, I thought that was actually really fucking entertaining. He's like, I don't know.
He calls him a douche.
He calls him fucking douche or whatever. No, the other one. The other one, it was the first grenade when Ryan had it, when Lone Wolf had it.
Oh.
And he's got him up against the wall and he drops it and they both split.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of funny. So, yeah, at the end of the day, this is not challenging any thought. There's no extra thinking. There isn't any layers to this. It's a lot of the things that you say. But I enjoyed that for what it was, and that's kind of what I wanted out of it, and that's what I got. And honestly, compared to a lot of other Netflix films that they put out, this has probably been one of my more favorite. So, if
I had to compare it to one film from the '90s, you mentioned what was the one? Demolition Man. I would actually liken it even more so to because I feel like Demolition Man is a better movie.
It is certainly a better movie.
But Demolition Man is better. But if I had to liken this to something, I would actually liken this to Broken Arrow. With John Woo, with John Travolta and Christian Slater.
Very underrated movie.
It's underrated, but again, it's one of those movies you're like, this is fucking dumb. Howie Long. But John Woo flick, and it's just nonstop action. Even though I still think the special effects in Broken Arrow are better than that's 20 years ago, but I would definitely compare this to something like Broken Arrow.
That's
like
fair.
you just go in, it's mindless, stupid, and you just let the lead actors carry you through. Like honestly, man, John Travolta in that is very similar to Chris Evans in this.
Yeah.
Like
you're
way over the top and just chewing up every scene he's in.
I thought the courtyard scene, like I said, when he was pinned down, I thought that entire thing was actually done really well. But again, other than that, like I said, I really enjoyed the movie. Surprisingly, like I said, I didn't expect that many people to really like it. But then when I started talking to Cuddles and other people that watched it, they're like, "Yeah, I enjoyed it." I'm like, "Okay, yeah." So yeah, definitely didn't hate it at all.
No,
so I liked it way more than you. I think
it's one of those movies where you're just like, man, this is fucking stupid, but I can't stop watching unless I'm eye rolling at some just the cringy shit that goes on in this movie. But this doesn't have Howie Long. It doesn't have Howie Long. So, I mean, that's why Broken Arrow has the advantage. Because it doesn't have Howie Long. Have you ever seen Firestorm with Howie Long?
Is that the firefighter one?
The one where he's the lead.
I think so, yeah.
It was like a couple years after Broken Arrow.
It's not as good as Backdraft, though.
They put... No, dude. Firestorm is fucking bad.
Yeah,
like, it is bad. But, you know what? You know what carries Firestorm? Not Howie Long. William Forsythe. He's the bad guy, and they let him go. He was did you ever see Raising Arizona?
Yeah.
He's the brother to John Goodman. He's the other guy.
Yeah.
He is the other bad guy, and they let John Forsythe just say, "Go over the top, dude," and he does. He goes completely over the top, much like Robert Patrick did in The Marine with John Cena. Did you ever see that?
No, but it's funny you bring that up. I've been watching an interview with Robert Patrick, and he talks about him and Cena's relationship prior to Peacekeeper.
Yes. Dude, the movie The Marine is, again, a fucking dumb-ass movie. But Robert Patrick in that movie is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, he is incredible in that movie. He steals that movie from... Like, they needed him to keep that movie going. Like John Cena's first movie, action movie, whatever. But Robert Patrick is fucking incredible.
I know what I've been finding out. Is just watch this, or been working on this interview over the last week. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jason Statham. I agree. Jason Statham movies. You're getting what you get, and you know what? I'm there for it every time.
Even the Meg.
Yeah. Actually, didn't mind the Meg.
I didn't mind the Meg either. Yeah, I'm getting dumb movie, but
yep.
Jason Statham makes it work, y'all.
Not as good as Deep Blue Sea, but not bad.
I mean, what is though?
I love Deep Blue Sea.
Dude, Deep Blue Sea is like when they had the audacity to take out Sam Jackson during his speech that was getting people amped. And when he gets killed, I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Coming.
We're going to let Thomas Jane and LL Cool J carry this shit? And it was absolutely crazy, dude. In all fairness, going from WWD to movies takes a bit of time. It does. I mean, anytime you move from The Rock, even though I feel like The Rock.
He kind of came out swinging at The Rundown, bro.
Dude, The Rundown is an incredible movie.
Dude, yeah. I fucking love The Rundown. And then he did Walking Tall remake.
Walking Tall.
Dude.
I feel like he adjusted to it more than Cena did.
He was already he had a face for it anyways already.
But I will say, I feel like Cena has
the ones he carried.
Has found his range a little bit faster than.
Yeah, Be Cool was the first one. You're right, because he was the booty shot. The Rock. Yeah, you're right. Cuddles, good call on that.
Ooh, excuse me. So we're pretending the Scorpion King.
Yeah, I never heard of it. Weird.
Well, he's not in that movie most of the time.
I don't even know what
it's
that
all
is.
CGI.
Never even heard of it.
I mean, Scorpion King. Okay, so the Scorpion King is the Marine, but then he evolved quicker than John Cena. So
Never heard of it. Never heard
plus,
of it.
it's mostly CGI. The Rock, so he couldn't really act.
Never heard of it. I don't know.
You did too. You went to opening night. All right, we have a plethora of trailers, but you can't see Cena. Can't see me.
Right. Okay.
What? I'm just saying it's
mad.
dope.
I was gonna do it first, but you did.
Well, I do it cooler. I'm much better at it. You can't see me. Can't see me. All right. So we have is it a triad? When I say a triad of
triad,
a triad. I'm trying to sound smart.
Now working.
So I assume he thought about his evolution more than a beefhead like The Rock did.
I think you got that actually backwards, Gray. Rock is like.
I think Gray is just a Cena stan, and we have to respect that.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's okay, Gray. I'm not going to argue that you're wrong. I'm going to let you have this because you're a Cena guy, and I'm a Cena guy. But come on, he ain't Dwayne. All right, man, he ain't Dwayne. Hey, if you guys haven't entered, ! Enter now for your chance to win a B&B T-shirt and a $50 gift card on the platform of your choice. ! Enter. The winner will be drawn in 30 minutes, half hour. So when we get to the rankings, that's probably where we'll be. Excited. All right, I like them both, but I think Cena is smarter. I just don't look at Cena or The Rock and think smart. I mean, I don't. I mean, stronger, sure. Who's stronger? Okay, The Rock is the better actor, but he ain't got 16 world title ring.
Jesus Christ.
Forge is just dropping facts. All right, so the first trailer, I have not watched this trailer yet. I have not watched this trailer because the star Sly Stallone. I'm like, he can't be in anything good, right? Let's check out the trailer.
Yeah, definitely Hulk Hogan acting. Let's do Hulk Hogan movies. I love Suburban Commando, bro.
Suburban Commando.
Fuck that. I love that movie. I'll still watch that movie. And No Holds Barred.
No Holds Barred. With a tiny Lister? Yeah. All right. Let's take a look on the Mario show. No, Samaritan.
Wait up.
What are you doing with all this junk?
Keeps me busy.
Another long night of crime and violence.
Some say it's only a matter of time before the city implodes.
I think we're finished here. Go on, beat it.
I found him. Samaritan.
Samaritan died 25 years ago.
That's what they say.
You think you live across from a superhero? Do you have a therapist, kid?
Kid. Samaritan's dead. I pick up garbage for a living, pal.
Samaritan cleans up the streets.
You mind your business, I'll mind mine.
I don't believe you! okay?
I'm cool.
How strong are you?
Not as strong as I once was. Things start to fall apart when you stop caring. And I stopped caring a long time ago.
How come you hate who you are?
For some people, it's too late to change the damage they've done.
He's hiding something. I want him dead.
Really?
The things you bury tend to haunt you.
Why did you disappear?
Hey, old man! Try this.
The first thing that I look for when I see a Sly Stallone movie, before I get fucking hyped for anything, I go look at see who's writing the movie. If I see Sylvester Stallone is writing the movie, my expectations plummet quickly.
Right.
He is not writing this movie, so now I'm like, okay, this actually looks pretty good. It doesn't look bad. I like seeing Sly Stallone playing a superhero. He's going to flip cars over and fuck people up. As long as he's not writing the dialogue, and I don't have to listen to shit that I heard in the last, 2 Rambo movies, okay, I'm on board. I think this is a really good-looking trailer. I think it's a good-looking show.
Yeah.
Superhero shit.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
All the hype anyways.
And if you want to bring in Stallone, who used to be a superhero and everyone thought he died or disappeared after a huge battle 20 years ago, and some kid stumbles upon him, okay. Now, here's the only thing, dude. PG-13. Okay, not bad.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
all Marvel movies are
a lot of them are,
PG-13,
I don't know if that's anything, sure, we've been getting a good taste of R-rated, superhero stuff, so, this looks actiony, it looks like it's got potential, so, honestly, I feel like that Prime, has just really kind of moved it up on their quality.
Cuddles just says, you talk about Netflix, I'm right about this on Prime, but I will say this, I feel like Prime understands superheroes better.
Yeah.
They understand superhero, Invincible. And I just started watching The Boys.
Right, so.
And they understand superheroes.
And I actually like Jupiter's Legacy, whatever it was, too, and I know not everybody was sold on that, but
Right.
Jupiter Rising, whatever it was, or
Yep.
whatever the fuck it was. I look at that, for me, Cuddles, I actually feel like the more Prime is going forward, it's gotten a lot better. Some of the TV series, like Jack Ryan, what is the other one, too? Man, the Terminalist is doing really good. That's a movie or whatever it is. Maybe it's a series.
No, Mike. I'm not saying those movies aren't good. I'm not saying those shows aren't good. I'm just saying I think Prime has a pretty good idea with how to handle superhero shit. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Netflix is terrible at it, but I'm not going to sit there and say Netflix is better at it either.
Yeah. So, no, I think this looks good and exciting. We'll see. Like I said, I feel like there's been some better movement on Prime side of it. As far as the quality of either their movies that they're doing, originals, or their series. So we'll see. You know what I mean? They're definitely not HBO yet. So.
I mean, but what is though?
Well, who knows after this shit they're doing with it?
We'll see. I don't know. I don't like the whole. We're not doing scripted shows anymore. But Samaritan drops on August 26th on Prime Video. We'll definitely be checking that out. Netflix got stale because they had no comp. Now they do. They sure do. Disney just took over Netflix as the biggest streaming service in the world.
That was what, today?
Yep. Disney has taken over Netflix as the biggest streaming service in the fucking world.
Was that anybody shocked by Disney taking over?
I think everyone can. I expected it sooner. As soon as it went live, wow, they just beat them out. That's it. This is all crap I'll endure until Tokyo Vice comes back. Oh, yeah.
Love Tokyo Vice.
There you go. Gray likes his Tokyo Vice. All right, Tone. We on to our next movie. This movie drops this Friday, and it's another one of those Netflix movies. Great casting. I think y'all will see this, and you'll agree. Great casting, but will that translate to an entertaining movie? I get strong Zombieland vibes from this trailer. Let's take a look at Day Shift.
So, what can I help you with, Gene?
I'm not content. That's the sort of thing you help people with, right?
Yes. My whole life, I have been trying to figure myself out so I can help other people understand themselves.
That is not Day Shift. Hang on one second.
Hawkward.
Yeah, that was Hawkward. That was not Day Shift. The fuck? Did I hit the right one? That's.
Welcome everybody to episode 2 of Banter and Babble.
We're still trying to work out the kinks. Where's my trailer at, man?
Certainly an Office reboot.
Day Shift. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. See, that's what I did wrong. I put the wrong trailer.
This won't crash anything, at least.
I'm sorry. I mean, if it does crash, I mean, no one's gonna be fucking surprised, right? All right, guys. Now for real, Jamie Foxx looks real different. He sure does. All right, now for real, the real trailer for Day Shift.
It's gonna be a hot one in Los Angeles.
So what's on the agenda today?
My eyes are closed.
Like every day.
What are you doing in my room?
Hunting vampires. Money.
Vampire hunting is a business. Cut necks and cash your checks. Well, things have changed since you got your ass kicked out the union.
If I don't come up with 10K, my wife and my daughter are gonna move to Florida.
Hi, Dad. You're late again.
And the union is the only place that could give me that kind of money.
Your record is chock full of incidents. But he's a new man.
One last chance.
This is your final warning.
Let's get cracking.
Oh, no! Help me!
Vampires just tried to kill me. Now I just pissed my favorite fucking
Hey, everybody pisses themselves the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you?
No, I didn't. But listen, you did. You know what I see when I see a vamp? Big old dollar sign. Hey, don't you puke in here.
I swallowed it.
Locked and loaded. Doggy dog in the motherfucking...
Vampires. They live amongst us. And all they are is murderers. It's not Eclipse, New Moon, Breaking Dawn, Part 1. It ain't like that, all right?
Why do you know the names to all the specific Twilight films? What? And what's your gripe with Breaking Dawn Part 2? It's the exciting conclusion of the whole Twilight saga.
Welcome to the Day Shift, motherfucker.
Works every time.
Murder was the case that they gave me.
Yo, I enjoyed Bright.
You did enjoy Bright. You were a Bright guy. I don't know, man. What do you think? I mean, Snoop.
Oh, sign me up.
You got Dave Franco. You got Jamie Foxx. You got Carla Souza and Peter Stormare is in this too. We didn't see him in the trailer, but Peter Stormare is in this. I love Peter Stormare.
There's nothing in that makes me not want to watch it. I just want to know why the vampires are out during the day now.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're wearing sunscreen. That's how Frost was able to go outside. Remember, he had sunscreen on.
Okay.
Remember, they were in Chinatown. He had he's wearing sunscreen.
I remember. Stop.
Come on. I mean, seriously, it's
Frost.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll watch this. Rated R. Jamie Foxx, I think he's cool as hell. Snoop Dogg, Dave Franco, love him or hate him. I mean, yeah. I'll watch this. I'll get drunk and watch this weekend.
I have no qualms about watching it, dude.
I thought it looked pretty fun. Like I said, I got Zombieland vibes from this, like just they'll have like goofy ways of taking down fucking vampires and shit like that, and whether or not it's the story makes sense. Obviously, if you're hunting vampires, my story expectations are like, okay, I'm not expecting too much here, but overall, man, I thought it was a fun trailer. I thought it looked really good. Snoop Dogg, I mean, hell yeah, was the case.
I'm sold.
That's it.
I'm excited about it.
You're ready. Okay, awesome.
Rated R even. Yeah,
it's the Franco that people don't like anymore. No, that's James Franco. James Franco. Dave Franco's like, dude, I'm the Franco.
He's been a little silent though since all that, dude. To be fair,
but. Yeah, he ain't talking too much. James Franco's like off the grid completely.
Well, not about to be.
Oh, sure, because he's playing fucking
Fidel Castro.
Fidel Castro, and I like that John Leguizamo was like, he's not fucking.
Do you? Because I'm pretty sure he played an Italian in a Mario Brothers movie in the 80s.
Dude, that was in the 80s. That was 30 years ago.
So
we've evolved since then.
Have we?
I would hope so.
Well, I was just saying, it seems ironic that he's criticizing it.
I'm just saying.
So am I.
Okay, well, I mean,
everybody. That's first thing everybody says. They call him out for that, and then he also played a Frenchman, I believe, in Moulin Rouge, which was
it's a valid point.
15 years ago. So
it's a valid point. Valid point.
And to my understanding, and I could be wrong on this, that James Franco does have like Latino background in his Hereditary or whatever it is. So.
Oh, does he? Oh, okay. Well, then shut up, John.
Just saying.
I mean, I like you, John, but shut up. Easy, killer. Hold on. All right. Last trailer is for a 10-episode miniseries that is dropping on Hulu at the end of this month, August 30th. I'm actually kind of intrigued by this. I think it's a really good trailer. Let's check out the trailer for The Patient.
So, what can I help you with, G?
I'm not content. I get angry. That's the sort of thing you help people with, right?
Yes. My whole life, I have been trying to figure myself out so I can help other people understand themselves, so they can have good relationships. And here I am.
Time to get back into therapy?
I want you. I want the expert. I'm not normal. I need to get better.
Anyone who's come this far, who has made the choice to come to therapy and keep hammering away at the hard things, they can be helped.
But I have got bigger problems. I have a compulsion to kill people. So should I tell you more about my life?
Successful therapy requires a safe environment without anything like fear hanging over every session.
FX's The Patient.
You don't mind eating while we talk, do you?
Streaming August 30th, only on Hulu.
So now I have two little concerns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, first of all, I love Steve Carell has really tried to get more into the drama stuff.
He has, yeah.
And I think Steve Carell can totally do that. Dominic Gleeson, obviously most people know him as General Hux. He was in all the new Star Wars movies. He was also in The Revenant alongside Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, there you go. And so, I mean, obviously this, and we've seen it in his performances, he's a very talented actor as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you go and look on IMDb and you look at the cast, and typically when it's a show, it'll tell you how many episodes each person is in. And if you go on IMDb, and hopefully, I don't know why it does this, because IMDb is usually pretty good at making sure this stuff is correct. Dominic Gleeson is in 10 episodes. Or if you go to Steve Carell, it doesn't list how many episodes he's in. He's not even at the top of the list of the people in the show. So that makes me wonder, is this going to be one of those things like Deep Blue Sea, where Steve Carell's in the first episode and Dominic Gleeson kills him or some shit and he's out? Now, I like Steve Carell. I also like Dominic Gleeson, but I don't know if Dominic Gleeson can carry a show, but we'll see. I just think there's some cool vibes here. There's some interesting stuff. I'm with Cuddles. You know, he says, I'll make it into 2 episodes. That's it. Calling it now. I could see that. If they piece out Steve Carell early on, I'm gonna be a little Dom Hall, whatever. Yeah, Dom Hall, but it used to be Dominic Gleason, but it's the same guy, but he's Dom Hall now, or whatever the fuck it is.
Whatever.
But it used to be Dominic Gleason. But I mean, your thoughts on this show? I mean, it looks.
I don't know. I mean, I think I know it'll end up on Hulu because it's FX.
But that's where Old Man was.
That's what I'm saying. Old Man surprised me. This could surprise me, but Old Man gripped me within the first couple episodes.
Mm-hmm.
If this doesn't get me in the first couple episodes, then I'm going to be peacing out too. Like, I feel like this is one of those ones that's going to be riding the line on it.
Mm-hmm.
I like Steve Carell. I'm just more familiar on some of his big stuff. I didn't watch The Office though, like everybody else. Like,
I did not either.
Office. You know what I mean? But so I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm a Steve Carell guy. I don't have anything against him. I just like and some of the things like when he's off the cuff and certain like side roles and stuff like that, I find him to be exceptionally funny. I'll say
30-year-old version was fucking awesome. The 40-year-old
yeah,
version.
40-year-old version is
amazing.
Classic in comedy, yeah, for sure. So, but I don't know. This just didn't. I didn't really get an instant hook watching this trailer, so we'll see.
I feel like it has the potential.
Sure.
With the people involved, and I don't get The Office, to be honest. Not my thing. I never understood The Office. I know Modern Family is kind of built the same way. I think Modern Family is really funny. I used to watch that a lot when my wife would watch it. He was great in Foxcatcher. I never saw Foxcatcher. I heard about that as well. I tried watching Space Force.
That was not. I had 3 episodes. I was gone.
Yeah, I couldn't get into Space Force.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
I do think he can be funny. I do think he is able to do drama. But this, like I said, I like the potential. I like anything that's psychological. And maybe they're doing one of those trailers where they're playing the cards close to the vest, and they're like, oh, we're not going to give you, we're not going to give you a whole lot to work with. So, yeah, I was not a fan. I think we were able to get to like 3 episodes of Space Force. And we're like, okay, I'm done here. I can't get into this. Couldn't get into it at all. Shameless and The Office were far better as a British show. I don't know, man. I know a lot of people who like Shameless. A lot of people who like William H. Macy and Shameless. There's a lot of people that like that one.
Yeah.
The fact that the movie is a true story makes the movie remarkable. What movie are we talking about there?
Foxcatcher, I think.
Oh, Foxcatcher. Yeah, I need to. Is Foxcatcher the wrestling one with Channing Tatum?
I don't know.
Is that Foxcatcher the one with Channing Tatum where he's the wrestler? Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Actually, I thought that was really good. I'm a big fan of William H. Macy. I really like his stuff, and all people I've known that have seen Shameless, they speak it's not the same show. Interesting. Okay. All right. Hey, make sure y'all enter in 10 minutes! ! Enter for a chance to win a B&B T-shirt and a $50 gift card on the platform of your choice. What do I call him? Channing Tatum? Channing? Yeah. Is it Channing?
I was gonna let it go with it, but I was.
What is it? Tatum Channing? Tatum Channing, that's what it is. I don't fucking know. All I know is he's hilarious in 21 Jump Street. And Magic Mike. Remember you told me to watch Magic Mike because you thought it was really good? Channing Tatum. I fucking butcher his name all the time. I can never get it right. I want a T-shirt, but someone will probably steal it. I'll steal it.
Oh, that's
Taint
great.
Chumming.
Great. I had somebody steal. It's right. It's Channing Taint Yum.
Taint Chumming.
Yeah. Right.
Yikes. All right, so those are our trailers. Tone?
Yeah.
Moving on to our final topic of the evening. But it's kind of a split topic. First we're going to talk about a review of the movie Prey. And I know Rohit has some thoughts on this.
There too, yeah. He's not happy. I mean, he liked it.
He liked it.
He did like it. He thought it was.
Well, now you're going to lead this one off. You're going to lead this conversation.
Okay.
Prey is available now on Hulu. When we saw this trailer a couple months ago, obviously the Predator is still fresh in everyone's mind. Kind of that sour taste in our mouth. Kind of like, ew.
The last movie?
Yeah.
I didn't even finish it.
I know, it was really bad. It was really bad. And so we see the trailer for Prey, and we're like, oh, Comanche times. Oh, okay. He's showing up early, like 300 years earlier. Potential. But then we saw Dan Trachtenberg's directing it. He of 10 Cloverfield Lane fame. Okay. Got a good director. Cool premise. Potential.
Not yet, Blanco. I plan to.
But no, I did not watch the Comanche dub only because
he's there.
The only reason I did not watch the Comanche dub.
He can't read.
Is because my kids were watching, because I'm that dad. Says, hey, guys, let's go watch the new Predator movie.
Right.
So they got to understand what they're saying. But I've heard, I love the fact that the entire cast came back to do the Comanche dub, which is fucking awesome. So I do plan to watch that at some point. Oh, let's hear this. Rohit's already here talking shit.
He's ready.
He's ready to go?
He's ready.
All right. Tone,
yeah.
Your thoughts on Prey?
I loved this movie. Ooh. I really had a great time with it. It was what I kind of wanted of it. A little bit more suspense, thriller. I like that they chose a timepiece for this. I thought that initially, even when I saw it, I'm like, ooh, I like that. That definitely adds something different to it, we'll say. I enjoyed the characters, and I know the main character, I felt like she had growth. I think there was some good commentary involved in this movie as well too. Now, was it very deep commentary? And we're seeing a lot of commentary these days. We sure are, because this isn't the 80s. So I feel like, we want a little bit more. I feel like a little bit more meat on the bone.
Sure.
And even if it's not very deep or very unique, we still got more to it. You wouldn't expect to see some commentary maybe in a Predator film. And it wasn't necessarily, I feel like it was overly thrown in your face either.
I felt it was very appropriate.
Yeah. And, you've got this young woman who just doesn't want to follow the conformity of what she's supposed to do with her gender and her tribe. And, she continues to push above and push out, and she has to battle her way through there, like in any situation like that. And I thought that was well done. Like I said, it didn't feel like it was like it didn't drive the movie necessarily. I think it drove the character, but naturally. I thought the Predator looked really cool. I loved again the it comes back to that timepiece for me. I keep coming back to that. Like, before you see these guys with all these crazy weapons and guns, and they still can't touch it. And here these other characters they're using like old school muskets or, bow and arrows.
Frontiersmen,
and, yeah, and then they're having to deal with something that's like eons above them, even more so than when they're there 300 years later. So I thought that dynamic was cool. I like how she was smart, thought about things, did some outwitting. And after the last few Predators that have come out, I didn't like Predators like everybody else did. I know everybody likes Predators, and everybody's like, oh, it's not that bad, and blah, blah. I just didn't really get into it. I don't know, maybe a lot of it had to do with the getting dropped off on a planet randomly. Like, I just felt like it was less Predator to me. Like, I wanted Predator to show up on Earth, do his thing, and, like, we got to try and figure out what's going on or blah, blah, blah. So,
he did that in The Predator. So,
well, that movie's terrible. The last
he
movie.
came to Earth, though.
Right? Terrible,
just like
movie.
he did an AVP,
terrible movie, which are also terrible movies as well too. So to me,
maybe it's good that they didn't come to Earth.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, that's fair.
Just saying.
So I guess in the grand scope of things, like the last decent Predator movie was Predators. But for me, this honestly hit like high level. Like this went enjoyable level. I liked everything that they were trying to do. I enjoyed even kind of the goofy side characters, like the French folk and stuff like that as well too. Though it didn't play a huge part of it, there was a reason why. I think mostly probably more for the Easter egg. And I love the second one. I want to preface saying I love the second one. I clearly love the first one. But to me, this is the best film since the first. Like, I'm not gonna say it's better than the first. I'm not gonna say it's equal with the first. I just feel like compared to the second one, which I do like, this had a better character arc, character-driven story. It just some of it makes more sense to some degree. So for me, that's how I felt about it. Like I really enjoyed it. I wish that honestly, I kind of wish the movie was a little bit longer. If anything, I felt like even though it was kind of longer, I felt like they could have had a little bit more in it. But when it all comes full circle at the end with her and the fun little Easter eggs and everything and how she outwitted it, I really enjoyed how she outwitted it as well too, because she played to her strengths in that too, where as Delta Team, for the most part, outside of like clearly how he was able to kind of think how outsmarting it was more about brawn than it was necessarily brain in some ways. And I might be wrong on that in some, but I felt this one had to really lean into that because of that. So yeah, I can't enjoy this enough. Like, I thought it was brilliant, and honestly, like I do want to watch that special dub on it. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that really did enjoy this as well too. So, and again, I know there's some people out there that don't like the look of the new Predator. I thought that was kind of odd. I actually thought it was really cool. Matter of fact, I have a theory, and it might be not real.
No, get into that.
I do kind of wonder, since these are Native Americans, and the Wendigo is like usually a Native American like myth or whatever it is, or legend. When you look at this thing, when he first uncloaked and you see that skull mask and everything like that as well too, I'm like, man, I wonder if this was the basis, if this, like a secret basis
exactly what they were doing.
for like what they're saying that the Wendigo was. Like, the Wendigo was clearly there was more to that story, but like I almost wonder if this was where they want to say that myth came from. I think that would be kind of a neat thing. So
I think that's kind of like the clever thing that they're doing here, because they're like, hey, got this Wendigo thing. Let's make them look like that. So, I mean, it's just, it's something subtle. She called it by a mythical name in the movie.
She did.
She did.
Yeah. And I do. Last thing I'll say, though, too, is before I forget, is that I liked how not only was she having character growth, but this was clearly a first hunt new Predator, also character growing. I thought that was cool. There was a lot. The parallel story driven with both of them, I thought was kind of a neat little thing they did.
I really enjoyed that.
You don't think it was Wendigo, though? See,
I don't know if it was the Wendigo per se. I just feel like that's like the connection they're trying to make.
Like a basis for
the
some
basis
myth.
for. Like, they're just trying to, like, because, like, you could really say the Wendigo comes from anything because it's not real. So they could really interpret it any which way that they wanted. I think this is like them just saying, maybe they're getting it from this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's getting it from this.
We're waiting on the giveaway.
Who got the giveaway?
Did we get the giveaway?
Did we get a winner? Hang on a sec. Let's go take a look. I'm gonna get in here before it goes off. Or am I not?
Predator versus Wendigo. Book it. Yes, right.
1 minute and 7 seconds.
Pause here for a moment. So if you've not yet entered, be on Twitch. ! Enter to get in to win a B&B t-shirt and a $50 gift card from your platform of
!Enter. You just fucking better be here if you win to hit !
Claim.
Prime. Yes. You can only enter once, Brian. Brian's never heard that before, though. You can only enter once, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian's like,
Right.
I'll enter as much as I want.
Best truck stop I've been in a while.
If I don't win, I'm punching my dead grandma. Oh. Can I just buy one? I mean, you can buy one, right? You can totally buy a t-shirt. Absolutely.
Brian might be more sick
I would
than
like you to
me.
win. I would rather you win than Prime. That's for sure.
Yeah, Prime, I get that. That's kind of what Raju says as well, too. Like I said, I don't think it's better than the first. I think it's the best one since the first.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. ! Enter for a chance to win. Here we go. Let's see who wins. And the winner is Tricky fucking Regent.
Piece of shit.
Wowee wow. ! Claim Trick to claim your prize. A B&B t-shirt and a $50 code on the platform
of your choice.
All right, grabbing the shovel, dead grandma about to get her shit rocked.
God damn, he might be sicker than I am.
There he is. Woo! Everyone give Trick some shit. Troll him, talk shit to him, tell him he's a piece of shit because he won. Nobody likes a winner.
Romi Aju says the dog was the most memorable character in the movie for him.
Sakes. Okay, anyways, before Rohit just makes an embarrassment of himself.
We should have had him on tonight. Is what
we really should have, and then I could have just suplexed him off the stage with that comment. All right, so first of all, I'm going to say this movie is the saving grace that this franchise desperately needed after AVP Requiem as well as The Predator. This franchise was on its way out the door. After The Predator bombed, there was serious concerns that the Predator franchise was dead.
Yeah, it was on life
serious
support.
Concerns.
Minus the game.
There was a lot of folks talking about at studios that this franchise was dead. It's just not going to go anywhere. It's dead. This is the saving fucking grace. Critically acclaimed and basically, if the audiences love it too. This desperately needed a fucking win. This franchise needed a fucking win, and it got the win. This movie had all the suspense and tension of the first movie, and then some. Dan Trachtenberg, we saw what he could do with 10 Cloverfield Lane, and he was able to bring it to a bigger stage, a bigger scale with the Predator. He understood the assignment, you guys. He understood the assignment. This movie had... Oh, Rohit, are you talking about suspense and tension? Nah? Okay. No, you're wrong. This movie has way more suspense, way more tension than the first film. Like, the first film had it, but this movie does it better. It does it absolutely better. He says, nah. I wish you was sitting right here.
Yeah, we should have had Jan.
I'd be like, ugh, I love you. I hate you right now. But no, they did so much with this movie. He did so much with it, and he understood what makes... You had no clue what the Predator even was.
He's talking the first film.
The first film? Oh, no. And old girl doesn't know what it is in this movie either. She doesn't know what it is. She thinks... They all think it's a fucking bear at one point. Until the bear gets fucking slaughtered.
Or the Wendigo.
Or the Wendigo. But like seriously, like he just... The thing that I liked about it is, instead of jumping right into the Predator, much like the first Predator movie, we kind of had the Predator do his own thing, kind of working his way up the food chain.
Mm-hmm.
Starts off by killing, I think, a rabbit. Then he kills a snake. Then he kills a bear. Then he realizes, oh, now I know who the top of the food chain is. It's the humans. So we're kind of seeing the Predator learn his way around the planet. You can tell this is their first go at it because he's seriously just picking off things left and right. And in the meantime, she's battling, trying to work her way through the tribe, trying to show them, like, look, I can fucking hunt. I don't have to go fucking pick berries and shit. I don't have to get medicine and stuff. I can fucking hunt. Dude, her character arc was really good. Like, man, when she was sitting there working with the weapons and when she put that fucking string on the axe and was starting whipping shit, I was like, this chick's badass, dude. This is badass. But Trachtenberg knows how to build up tension and suspense. He understands what makes the Predator terrifying, not only as a killer. And we get to see a lot of that. We get to see a lot of... When it's time to start killing things, the Predator does it in brutal fucking fashion. Brutal fashion. And, I mean, I know there's some concerns with the CGI, and we'll get to that. But I didn't have too big of an issue because a guy literally got his fucking head cut off through a tree.
It was awesome.
And I was like, I don't care what CGI looks like right now. I just watched a guy get his head cut off through a fucking shield through a tree, which was dope. But the way they spend the time, and there's multiple scenes where you know the Predator is just literally lurking and hunting and studying. That's where I'm just like, okay, this guy's creepy. He's fucking scary. He's watching. He's learning. And I love that portion of it because that's what you do as a predator, as a hunter. You got to learn your prey. You don't just jump in and start fucking with people. You'll learn. You'll watch. And you know he's there. You know he's lurking. And they do a good job with the sound. And you know he's near, but he's not. Much like the first film, you know he's near, but where is he? You don't know. Just building that tension. He understood that. Naru's character was awesome because I do like the fact that, yes, all the women, you are going to go here and get medicine and get food and shit or all this other stuff. We'll send the guys to get the food. She knows she can hunt. That's not like a made-up thing. That's how it was. It's not made up. So they have to depict that. It's not so much a social commentary. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? It's not social commentary. It's not like, we got to make a point. That's what it was. And it wasn't overdone. I never felt like it was like in your face going, hey! It was just like, hey. She wants to go out there and fucking hunt. She has to fucking push back a little bit. And she does. But, if there's an issue I have with the movie, as much as I enjoyed the depiction of the Comanche culture and what they had to do, Rohit's got
a few things.
Rohit's got some stuff here. So. The first one had a legit cast of memorable characters. This one didn't. Were they? I think
he's talking like outside of the main character.
Okay, this one didn't. The first one had memorable. The first one dialogue. I mean, yeah, sure, memorable dialogue. It's quotable, but the story in this one's better. I mean, it's better. The score is really good. I will say the score in the first one was good. I think we didn't have the Predator, the theme that we're used to hearing. You know, we didn't have that. I will give him that for sure. What else did he say? He said the first one had, this one didn't. The first one, you had no idea what was hunting them, and they didn't know what was hunting them in this one either.
I thought he meant the audience too, but maybe
this one you did. The first one is just the right mix. It starts out with the alpha males who seem badass, but because scared as shit, they get picked off a woman. This one beat you over the head with she's a woman. I don't see, and I disagree with that. It's just, and that's just giving me a preference thing. I didn't feel like it was beating me over the head. I didn't feel that at all. And I mean, we can agree to disagree on that one. I don't feel like it beat me over the head with it. I was like, okay, yeah, this is just what they had to, this is what she had to do because this was the standard then. At no point did I feel like it was beating me over the head. But again, that's interpretation, and I respectfully disagree. I do appreciate it. Mostly a Native American cast. I did like that as well. The men of the tribe beat you over the head with it. I mean, they did because they did. They did.
Part of the culture.
It's part of the culture. It's not beating me over the head when it's a thing. And they're projecting that. They're showing you that. I mean, shit, they did it to Ellen Ripley in Aliens 2, or in Aliens. Oh, you can't go in there. You're giving me an advisor. Oh, we'll take care of it. We're going to send in the grunts. They fucking tried to sideline Ellen Ripley. And she was like, no, I'm going to go in there and fuck everyone up. She kicks everyone's ass. So, I mean, we can sit there and go back and forth on this. But the story in the first one was great. I mean, I don't know if it was great. I mean, it was serviceable. I mean, they're behind enemy lines and they're taking out guys. We don't really know why. And the alien just picks them off one by one. I mean, that's not terribly deep. I feel like the story here was equally as good. It was more compelling, I thought better performances. I mean, memorable cast in the first one, sure. You have a lot more range. You have Bill Duke, Jesse Ventura. I can't remember the actor who plays Billy. He was in 48 Hours. Memorable cast, sure. Talented cast compared to what we see here. I don't know about that. I mean, Arnold is Arnold, but I mean, we're not going to say Arnold has a ton of range in Predator. You know what I'm saying? It's just like there's different ways to interpret things. You know what I'm saying? You are going to have to settle this in the ring.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
we have to settle this in the ring,
Please.
I am going to lose. At the end of the movie, Arnold barely won and was defeated mess as he sat in the chopper knowing his whole crew was killed. This one showed no repercussions at all. The French trappers could have been replaced. Oh, no. Here's the thing. I will agree with Rahid on this. As much as I enjoyed the depiction of the Comanche culture and everything that goes on there, I do feel like the frontiersmen, they were kind of comical in certain ways. Yeah. Some of them I was like, okay, I can get down with this. But then some of them seemed like fucking caricatures. Mm-hmm. Like they seemed really comical. I was just like, but at the end of the day, these guys were just merely fodder for the Predator. And when the Predator shows up to take care of them, it's very satisfying. It's like, okay, cool, kill everybody. And they all get pieced out in very satisfying ways.
Twirling mustache.
I thought the depiction of the frontiersmen was a little goofy. Yeah. It didn't fit with the rest of everything else they were doing in the movie. It seriously felt like some of them were
they were meant to be what they were, which was fodder.
Yeah, I mean, they're there to get killed, but I mean, I will agree, it kind of like messed with the tone. I mean, we've seen frontiersmen in stuff like The Revenant. You could have easily made them very gritty and very like bullshit, like whatever, but they're just kind of goofy. Bro, she didn't have a ton of range. No, I mean, look, we can agree to disagree. If you're trying to tell me that Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers have more range than this girl in the original Predator, we're never, ever going to meet in the middle on that. Ever. You just explained why the first one was more interesting by explaining how the original crew had variety. They had variety. Variety don't equal range, bro. I mean, I will say, I love you. I love you to death, man. But absolutely not. Do any of those guys have any kind of range at all in Predator? They're all there to be badasses and be fodder. The guys, basically, other than Dutch, and even Dutch to a degree, they're all caricatures of what you would expect from Marines. And they're all there to be fodder, much like the frontiersmen.
Yeah, I should fight this out in the ring.
I'm just saying. There's more range from this girl. She's a much better actress. And again, they were way more interesting in this movie. We agree to disagree. They're funnier. They're goofier. But they're just like the frontiersmen. They're caricatures. Agree to disagree. I think her character arc has way more development and way more believability.
I think you guys should fight it out.
Hey, I'm going to disagree. Hey, no disgrace to Jesse
Sexual
Ventura,
Tyrannosaurus.
But I want to see Reggie kick through the green screen and hit dude. Dude, that would be dope if he just came piling.
Dude, see, we should have had you
This
on.
is why you should have fucking been here.
Yeah,
he
man.
could have been on his phone doing this shit, come through and beat the fuck out of me. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Raj, you kind of stuck in the 80s. Ooh, get him, Gray! I mean, now to be fair, I'm stuck in the 80s too. I'm right there with Rohit. You know, when it comes to the 80s. Now, look, when we get into the rankings, I'm going to explain things, and maybe Rohit will forgive me a little bit. Scene just changed to technical difficulties. Rohit is going to get a new PR on the bench press tonight with all the rage dudeism. I mean, look, man, I love Rohit. I love him. He's wrong. You know? I can't wait till he comes here to talk about Lord of the Rings and just kicks the shit out of me about all Predator stuff. That's going to be fun.
God, I hope so.
I'm at the gym now. He's pumping up right now.
He's one-arming
Seriously.
shit, and he's typing right now.
The bear fist fight was awesome. No gadgets. Just hey, YouTube bot. There's nobody over there listening, so I'm going to block you.
Oh, man.
You guys are missing all the YouTube stuff.
Oh,
right now.
what are we getting?
So much.
69mega.com. That sounds like a good time.
It's,
do you need a credit card or do you take cash? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and make sure you guys follow Rohit right there. Follow him on Twitter. Follow him.
Pop
He's
up?
fucking entertaining as hell. He's one of the best wrestlers in the business. He's fucking awesome. His promos are fire. Make sure you fucking follow that guy.
Exclamation mark Rohit.
Oh, he's got it there. He's
too?
already got it right there.
Good,
Doesn't matter if Arnold isn't that good. He's memorable. I mean, look, Arnold is memorable. Yeah. But he's not deep.
You son of a bitch.
He's not deep. He's not deep, bro. Anywho.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Nimrod Deech.
That's right.
Man, I love it. I love Rohit. Son of a bitch. Love him.
He still sucks.
Boy, him and Gray are going at it. I kind of like that. Gray's not backing down from Rohit.
I don't think Gray
knows who Rohit is.
I don't think he does.
Gray, go follow Rohit on Twitter, and you'll realize that you probably shouldn't talk shit.
It'd be nice.
I can talk shit because he's not here.
Right.
You know, he's not here. Now, once did I say he was a good actor? Yes, you did. We all know you think Oscar that Arnold should have got an Oscar for what was that fucking zombie movie where he cried for?
Yeah, that was a really good movie. It was Miranda or something.
Miranda.
I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Made some shit.
Anywho.
Anyways,
I just other than the Frontiersman, I really thought this was just desperately what the franchise needed. And now whether or not this here's the thing we need to interpret is at the end during the credits. We see drawings of everything that has happened in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Right up until the point where we see 4 more ships.
Somebody wonder where the pistol comes back in.
Up.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question. Now, you mentioned this, and here's the thing, you guys. Are the ships an indication that we're going to see a sequel to this? Or is it just implying they're coming back like they do in Predator and Predator 2? Because obviously in Predator 2, I'm fired up. Someone spot me on this. I'll come help you. I'll come spot you.
Yeah.
I'll come spot you, bro. I got you covered.
Taco Bell in one hand. You look good.
But like, here's the thing. Like, when you look at the thing, like, Tone, what do you want to see? Do you want to see more sequels, or do you think they're just alluding to the fact that they're going to be back in Predator? But then we also have the pistol.
Exactly. And I think the pistol is going to be one of those things where we're not just going to have answered, because I think that's kind of implying at the end that they come back and they probably wipe out the fucking tribe. That's my guess, because there's 3 of them for one.
Somehow they get the gun.
This is what Raju's want exactly. I want that Assassin's Creed feel. I want them exactly. See, that's the one I saw before too, like Samurai versus a Predator.
Yeah,
that's what I want. I want some time jumping a little bit. I'm not worried about having a sequel to this. If they do that, I'll probably enjoy it. But we really haven't had full-on direct sequels to each movie that the main character actually was kind of involved in, right? So I think it would be fun if it was, more of like, okay, well, they're here this time period and they come back 50 years later, it's this or whatever it is. So I think the randomness does keep it kind of fresh.
Now, do you? I know Rohit actually mentioned. He goes, and this is what a lot of people have said. A time hop through or a hop through time, a la Assassin's Creed. Do you run the risk though of burning out really fast through different eras?
Yeah, you could, but I don't
you
see
have to
them.
Pick specific eras that are badass, like Samurai.
Right. I think that, again, this was a series that was kind of on a life support. So, if they do a movie every 3 years, right, and it happens to be another time period, well, it's going to take 9 years to get through 3 extra ones, right? So,
sure.
It just depends also on the time period. If they play their cards right, again, they could do something really sweet. What would be after this? I would hate to follow the Civil War or something, like the American Civil War, or again, I think something somewhere in the Samurai, which I think that would be more of a prequel to the Comanche as well too. So, was this their first time on Earth? Well, we don't know that answer because that part of it we never get the answers to those sort of things. I would assume they've been here earlier, yes, for sure. But I definitely would love to see some feudal. What is that?
Grace says, if Halloween can keep going this long, we can keep the Predator going. Yeah. And Rohit says, I did like this movie. It was fun. No, you don't. You didn't like it. Don't lie to me, Rohit. No. No.
That would be sweet if they went back and started hunting dinos.
Dinos, like Raptors versus Predator?
Right.
But now I think at that point you're kind of like...
Yeah, no.
I think they kind of established already, though, in this movie that it's their first time here.
Do you think so? Does that weird?
That's how. At least
I didn't interpret that. I just interpreted it was a new Predator.
Because if they had already been here prior to that, if we go all the way back to dinosaurs, they knew the cavemen were there, so they battled dinosaurs. And obviously dinosaurs were awesome,
right.
And so maybe cavemen were only like whatever. But then they show up and they're just like, oh, I'm gonna kill a snake. I'm gonna kill a.
Well, I think that's just because
so
he's a new hunter. Like he didn't know.
Yeah, but honestly, man, they're gonna take the feedback back.
Are they? Because they usually die.
A valid point. That's a valid point. I wanted to tell him he's fucking full of shit and an idiot, but that's a valid point. They usually lose. That's a great point.
Saying
maybe the Predators should just stop fucking coming here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time they show up, they lose. Go to Pluto.
Somebody wears some mud and you're dead.
Go somewhere. Dude, I love how they reference the mud, but they don't use the mud.
Mm-hmm.
A little nod.
Mm-hmm.
She swims through it. I'm just thinking, oh, she's got the mud on. She's good. They don't even use it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even use it. She washes off, and I'm like, no, don't wash it off.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, it's an Easter egg.
I think the Predator planet has different aces like on Earth. That's why they look so different. So who knows?
Yeah, I agree with that, DJ.
I
like that thought process.
There's a lot to. There's a lot of ways to interpret this.
Because feudal Japan would be, before that. So if they wanted to do that, they would have to certainly explain, that. But again, I think that'd be a time period that'd be really cool. But
the one thing that I know some people thought was hokey, but I'm really glad that they did it, man, is when Naru and her brother are tied to the tree, and she's like, can we even kill it? And her brother dropped the line, if it bleeds, we can kill it. I was just like, fucking dope.
That was
fucking
good homage.
Dope. You got. That is seriously. That's probably the one line that I feel like it carries over everywhere.
Kind of put the period
everywhere.
at the end of the sentence.
Yeah, it really does. It's just when he said that, I was just like, that's dope, man. That's how you know. When you know, you know.
When you know, you know.
So now, obviously, we're fans of the movie. Rohit hates it. He thinks it's a terrible movie. He's got to take that to his grave. He's got to answer to God. It's whatever. But that also begs the question, Tone.
Oh, no.
That begs the question.
Yes.
Where does it rank?
Well,
we've got several Predator movies, excluding this guy right. Wait, I gotta get this guy right here. This guy right here. We have to rank these, Tone. Now that Prey is out, we have to rank the Predator movies.
There's only 4 Predator movies, though.
Well, there's not.
There's 4.
But I know where you'll rank the other 2. Below those 4. But basically, you rank them. You consider those the same way that I consider Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's not a part of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
It's only a trilogy.
Doesn't exist.
You say there's only 4?
Yeah.
I say there's only 3 Indiana Jones movies.
I also agree with that.
I say tied for 3 with Predators.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'll start right away. It's real simple. The original Predator is still number 1 for me. Number 2, and it's a close to number 1.
Oh wow.
Is Prey. Number 3 is Predator 2, and number 4, I'll at least give Predators a snap on the list, somewhere on the list. The other ones, never even heard of them.
Interesting. Okay. All right. That's fair. You're Rohit's just throwing out fucking shit.
Fucking around.
Why do you rank things? No, man, we gotta rank them. Gray. That's the only way we get viewers. We gotta be compelling, and we gotta be fucking, edgy. Like Rohit. Gotta be fucking edgy. I seriously wish he was here because he would just beat the shit out of me.
Yeah, and I would watch it.
That's why I'm trying to build up for us when we talk about Lord of the Rings. I'm like, all right, guys, we're going to talk about Lord of the Rings. He'd be like, no, we're not. We're going to talk about fucking Predator. I'm like, oh, great. Here we go. And he'll beat the shit out of me. It'll be awesome. My Predator rankings, much to Rohit's dismay. I'm going to go with 1A, 1987 Predator. This will always be a classic. And it's the reason why we have Prey.
We got to suffer through all these guys. Hang on.
1987 Predator is the reason we have Prey. Because it was great. It was a great movie. It's the classic Predator movie. Classic. 1B is Prey. Because this is the new standard. Better story, better lead performance, better presentation. I thought this was a beautiful looking movie. Mm-hmm. They did a great job with the cinematography, the way the movie looked. It was a clean look. It had all the suspense and tension of the original and then some. Fuck you, Rohit. It is not gross. It is beautiful. You're nuts. 1B is Prey.
All right.
1B is Prey.
1B is Prey.
Number 2. Predators. I really enjoyed this entry in the series.
People do.
I think it was really good. Even though watching Adrian Brody struggling to keep his feet as he's firing an assault. Dude, my man, when he is sitting there firing his gun, it looks like there's like a metal beam that has to prop his ass up. It's hilarious to watch Adrian Brody and all 120 pounds of him try to fire a fucking makeshift AR that looks like a fucking minigun. Mm-hmm. It's hilarious. But I really like the cast in that one. I like the premise because it's not on Earth.
Wasn't Goggins in that too, right?
What's that?
Goggins.
Yeah, Walter Goggins. Mm-hmm. You had Danny Trejo.
Trejo was in it. Yeah.
You got the guy playing Blade.
Marcello.
Yep, he's in it. I mean, it's a fucking solid cast. It's a really, really good cast. So, and they had the only gripe that I have with Predators is how they fucked up Lawrence Fishburne's character. He was criminally underutilized. His character was goofy as fuck. I'm like, you don't bring in Lawrence Fishburne and have him just act really stupid. I was really bummed about the way they utilized Lawrence Fishburne in that movie. Had they used him better, we would have a different discussion about what my favorite Predator movie is. I really liked Predators. I thought that was a good movie. Predator 2. I feel like Predator 2 was could have been better. I feel like it was cheap in certain ways. I love the casting of Danny Glover as Harrigan.
Paxton was hilarious.
Bill Paxton's in it. Gary Busey's in it. But according to the story in the comics and everything that we've learned, Dutch has always supposed to have been an integral part going forward. Even if they brought Arnold back for this one, you could have still went with Harrigan's storyline and Gary Busey's storyline and everything and made it work. But at the time, here's the thing, you guys. Predator, as much as we all love it, it was not a box office sensation. Mm-hmm. It made good money. It wasn't a bomb. But compared to Arnold's other movies, does not compare. Does not compare. And when Arnold is out there taking bids for movies, he's not going to take a bid for a Predator 2 sequel to one of his movies that wasn't one of his best movies. Mm. He's busy. He's not going to take on Predator 2. Okay? And had he done that, they would have been able to explore things a little bit more, and I think it would have done better. But at the same time, I still think Predator 2 is a decent flick. It's cool. He comes to L.A. and he's running around the city and he's fucking shit up. And Danny Glover's there wielding a Desert Eagle as a street-issued police officer pistol, which is fucking hilarious. He's wielding a Desert Eagle as a 7. I think it has 7 capacity rounds as a street-issued police pistol. I thought that was fucking hilarious. But Predator 2 it's a good flick. I don't mind it. It just felt cheap. It felt cheap.
I still enjoy it.
But it does follow a lot of the stuff that they did with the story in the comics. I mean, like, especially Gary Busey's character and all the stuff that they explore with that. I thought that was really cool how they did that. But at the end of the day, it just felt kind of cheap. It didn't feel like what they wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
After that, AVP, fuck you, Tone. This movie's not as bad as you think.
Trash.
It's goofy. I like the cast. Honestly, man, anytime Lance Hendrickson shows up, it gives us some credibility.
Trash.
It does introduce the spear and the disc. It's fun, but it's cheap.
Trash.
AVP, fuck you. It's not trash. It's not great, but it's not trash. Now, AVP Requiem.
They're both trash.
Requiem, fucking trash. And then last, The Predator. Shame on you, Shane Black. Shame on you, Shane Black. The Predator was fucking trash. That's it, man. Dude, Tommy Rohit tells me, please tell me Rohit's going to tell me The Predator is a good movie.
It's his favorite of all of them, I think. He's talking about AVP.
Oh, he's talking about AVP. Well, I mean, he's already shown that he has no idea.
AVP's trash.
Yeah. I mean, he's already shown that he has bad taste in movies.
The Predator is terrible.
The Predator is a fucking. We need to.
Hey, dude, what you doing next week?
Be nice to Tone, okay?
Be nice
to Tone. That hurts my feelings, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, he's still gonna be here. The Predator starring Jared from Subway. Ooh, gee.
Good job reading.
I read that. God damn it, Josie. Surprised that wasn't your number.
I know.
Fuck
That's what I said too. The guy over here likes AVP, the first one.
Dude, AVP is not. You know what? Anywho. No, I want to get everyone's thoughts though. If you're watching this right now, let us know in the chat your thoughts. How do you rank them?
Well, probably AVP really low because they introduced the xenomorphs into a different timeline that didn't fit with the original Alien movies. That's why there's a problem with it.
I'm asking them to rank them.
Oh,
not ask for your weak ass opinion.
AVP sucks.
Rank them, y'all. I want to see everyone's thoughts on this.
Yeah,
rank them all real quick.
Where do you guys rank them?
1, 2, the Predator. I like the Predator and Prey. Look different. Kind of gross. The Predator's name. Okay, race the Predators. All right, trick. Man, I drink all this. I'm drinking.
Yep, go ahead.
I got a drink because I'm hanging out with Rohit and his shit opinions. But no, we want to get you guys' ranks really quick before we wrap up. We want to get your ranks on the Predator movies. Everyone's thinking real hard, like, man, do we put AVP anywhere, or is Rohit and Tone going to yell at me? Playing AVP at Pizza Hut should be number 1 for everyone.
Well, that's a video game and probably based more on the actual lore of it
was
than
pretty sweet, though, man.
Fucking shitty movie.
That game was pretty sweet, though.
Did anybody have a problem with the fact that in AVP when the Predator rips the skull and parts of the tail off and hands it to somebody, by the way, acid blood, and she's just like, oh, okay, cool.
That was a little weird. Like, nothing.
Or the fact she was basically a college student fighting fucking xenomorphs and predators.
Come on, man. It's got Bishop. It's got Lance Henriksen.
That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
No.
Come on.
No.
I didn't say it was great. I just said it was fun. Stupid fun.
So we got 1 Prey.
All right, so Tricky goes 1 Prey, 2 Predators, AVP, and so on. Okay, all right. Prime says, how can you hate the Predator? It had a goofy Predator dog sidekick. Exactly what the series needed. Okay, yeah, all right, I dig that. You did a fine job. Let them all coexist in our reality.
He doesn't want to rank them.
Doesn't want to rank? Oh, that's fine. So the Native American can fight predators, but the college girl can't. Okay, wow, Tone.
Well, I mean, her entire life is basically survival. So yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I would trained
trust with weapons and stuff.
I would trust the Native American to know how to survive in wilderness more than the college person.
For sure.
Jay Hill, I'm going down to find your list.
I get Brian. Brian, that's a fuck. I get your joke, you dummy. God damn it.
What did he say?
Fucking.
What did he say? What did he say?
He just fucking got me. I know. He just
is he being a pervert?
No, well, I mean, he was being kind of a wise guy.
You ever see college guys with roofies? There we go.
That's what Brian was trying to say, and I completely went over my head.
Oh, jeez,
fucker.
No, Brian's
now he's getting smart on it. Now he's got me. Now he's got me reading this bullshit out loud.
Yeah, see, yeah, I've been into that one time, and I felt really stupid for it.
Damn it! All right.
Jay Hill, I I liked AVP, but take that away. First Predator, Predator 2, Prey, Brody Predator.
Glad everybody's just calling it Brody Predator again. So. Yeah.
Seriously, go back and watch Predators and watch him shoot his gun. It looks like he's going to fall over. Like he is. Everyone else is like holding their gun and doing it right. It looks like he is fighting for his life to stand up. And I'm just like, that's fucking hilarious.
All you need to do is get on YouTube when the show is done, type in Brody Quest. That's all you need. Brody Quest.
If Prey is not in your top 3, I can't help you. No. Rohit, where's your fucking rankings, man?
Yeah, where's your rankings?
Yeah. Stop chirping and tell us your rankings, man.
Put your muscle milk down. Your
Prey at 1.
Your barbell.
Yeah. Stop lifting and give us your top rankings.
He's doing booty squats right now.
He is, man. He's working on that on his glutes.
Right. He's got like a dumbbell stuck between his butt cheeks, doing the squats with it.
I don't know. That's called squats. No, I'm waiting for Rohit. I'm not going to the closing scene. I'm not doing shit.
He can unshelf
until I see his fucking rankings. Damn it, Rohit! I demand you share your rankings. Anybody else want to share yours? I won't care what they are. I just want to see Rohit's. He's thinking real hard right now. He's like, fuck, man.
He's like, you call me out, man.
I've been out here talking shit. I'm gonna put Prey at 1, Predator 2 at 2, and Predator at 3. He's gonna put Arnold at 3.
It's gonna be funny when he just puts Predator, the original Predator, 1, 2, and 3, like Predator.
I'm getting jacked, working on my titties. Well, hey, just give us your top 4. No, top 5. I want him to squeeze an AVP in there. Has anyone tried the Comanche dub? No.
I plan to. We were talking about that earlier.
Soon.
Yeah, definitely plan to.
Very soon. We definitely plan to do it very soon.
Well,
I'm just waiting for Rohit to
I don't
back
think
up
he's
his
going
claims.
to. I'm pretty sure he
doesn't want to put out that list. He doesn't want to go Prey, AVP, Predator, Predator 2.
It's probably because
Requiem was by far the worst, way worse. No, I would disagree. Shane Black's was a disgrace because it was Shane Black. AVP Requiem is a bad movie. It's fucking terrible. But Shane Black being familiar because he's in Predator and supposedly loves the Predator lore fucking ruined it.
Numbers 2 with 2 in Prey and Predators. Okay.
Ooh, he goes with number 1 Arnold. Number 2 is a tie with 2 and Prey and then Predators. Okay.
So okay.
Hey, you know what? Anyways.
Bye.
No, seriously, Rohit, I love you, man. I appreciate your bad opinions and everything. Keep working out because clearly movie reviews are not your thing. 2 gets a posthumous boost for Bill Paxton. Hey, man. Dude, he tells a joke in that movie when he's talking to the girl, and he's like, he's telling the girl the joke. He goes, I'm at the doctor's, and I'm like, the doctor tells me, hey, I need a stool sample and a semen sample. And he's like, Doc, I can save you a bunch of time right now. Just give you my shorts. And I was just like, wow. Only Bill Paxton can deliver that line. And it just fucking, it's great, man. It's great.
Yeah.
I love you too, Rohit. I love you too. Hype-wise, correct. Shane Black's was worse, but I liked it more than Requiem. Neither are good. I mean, I couldn't even finish. I mean, to be honest, I don't think I finished Requiem either.
I don't even know if I finished the first AVP.
Really?
Truth be told. Well, maybe I did because I think I saw it in the theater. I was not happy leaving that theater, though. I remember that.
Oh, okay, all right. Only guy to be in both Predator and Alien. He was also in Terminator. Bill Paxton is an Alien, Predator, Terminator.
Yeah, of the big 3, yeah, but he's also been, he was pseudo MCU in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
He's also in Twister, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, you know.
He was also in Tombstone.
He's also in Weird Science, you know. You go
He's got everything.
He's got so much range. Mm-hmm. I appreciate you two. Just a couple of lovable goofballs. They have tremendous amount of knowledge. Well, I don't know about knowledge.
I don't know about him so much, but
but great. Hey, we appreciate you, Chet. That's right. He's Chet in Weird Science.
That's right.
But that, my friends, dude, the last Terminator is your favorite, huh? No, it's not.
The
first Terminator is the only Terminator.
I think the better
Terminator
question is
really
when
good.
was the last good Terminator?
Terminator 2. I mean, dude,
Salvation had potential.
I didn't think Salvation was bad.
It was until the end is when I had a problem with it.
I didn't have an issue with Salvation. But no, like I know everyone loves Terminator 2. I felt the first Terminator was the best one. I love the first Terminator. No, I mean, I don't care. T2 is a great movie. T2 is a great movie. I love the first Terminator, just because it was just so cool. It was so cool, and
So
I
it's
loved
similar
him
to
as a
what
bad
he
guy.
says about Predator then.
What's that?
Nothing.
That's right. You don't have anything. Guys, Sublime, Incubus, and B&B. Good day.
Good day.
Josie, appreciate you. RoboCop 3. Okay, we're done here. All right. That is going to do it.
Scroll up in the YouTube chat. Get that link one more time for that Survey Monkey.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget, if you guys get a chance, we're going to probably keep this up for another couple weeks.
Don't give
here.
that Survey Monkey review to Rohit, though. He's going to fucking
No, definitely give it to him. If you guys get some time, we'd love for you guys, of course, to, once again, please do this survey for us if you can. We need some feedback from us, from you as well, too, so we can continue to evolve. And as always, clearly we appreciate you guys being able to be here on Wednesday night. No matter, sometimes we all got busy lives, things are going on. You're jumping when you can. We appreciate it, what platform, all that stuff. Continue to do what you do. We've got 500 still followers right now. I'm surprised on YouTube we haven't lost any. So, if you still have not followed the YouTube channel, please do. Give that a subscribe. We appreciate that. We're still wanting to move forward there. But as always, we appreciate when you guys share, like, sub, whether it's comment, all the fun stuff. Please continue to be that piece of it for us, that word of mouth. We really appreciate that. I know even, like Raju's a busy guy now. He's a busy guy, but he retweets stuff on Twitter for us.
All jokes aside, I know we lock horns and shit, but Rohit, we appreciate you being here, man. We appreciate your support. We appreciate everybody's support. And that's the thing, man. Like, we want people to come in here and share your thoughts. I mean, we might push back a little bit, but it's all in jest. It's all in good fun. But the thing is, man, we want to hear your fucking thoughts. So when you come in here and you're like Rohit and you throw out your bad opinions, we appreciate it. And follow him. Follow him right there. Hakeem Zayn. Follow him on Twitter. His promos are fire. He's talented as fuck. He's entertaining as hell. And we've had him on the show. We've had him on the show.
Probably overdue, so.
And we're going to have him on soon. Because we're going to want to get his thoughts on Lord of the Rings.
And then kick your ass.
And then beat the shit out of me for having a better opinion of Predators and Predator and Prey than he. This is like Socrates' circle of discussion.
Socrates.
I call him Socrates.
I'm sure you do.
I think Socrates sounds cool.
Speaking of that knowledge, Gray.
Yeah, I'm full of it. It's all about interpretation.
That's right, yeah. And Socrates would agree with you probably, too.
Hey, also, appreciate the reviews. If you're watching the videos on YouTube, hit that thumbs up if you dig the show. If you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, make sure you hit that 5-star review. If you don't think we deserve the 5-star review, that's all cool. That's fine. Take the survey. Let us know what we can do to get that 5-star review. But if you do love the show, iTunes especially, 5 stars. Write up a nice review.
A little pretty review.
It's really nice. It looks great. It looks really great, and it allows the show to get some more exposure. But as always, we appreciate each and every one of you being here every Wednesday night, being a part of the discussion, being involved, and we can't thank you guys and girls enough. Seriously, it's always a blast sitting down, talking about all this shit, and having a good time, getting drunk. Well, Tone is, and I am, because he's being an adult, and I don't know what anything that is, so... we appreciate you guys and girls. Friday night, community night. We're doing community night. Jay Hill Hard Knocks was amazing. The first episode featuring the Detroit Lions was fucking awesome. It was dope as hell. Really, really excited what we saw from that. It was really fun. But Friday night, we'll be doing a community night. It's going to be a variety night. We have no idea what we're going to be playing. We're going to be going between, I know, Mario Kart. We're going to have some Fall Guys. And we're going to have some Splitgate. Splitgate is available on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. And it is cross-play. So Friday night, I'm going to get shit-faced, and we're going to play a multitude of games across many platforms and just go knucking futz. Yeah, but I know I got you at Splitgate, Cuddles. You won't be there for Mario Kart or Fall Guys, but you'll be there at Splitgate.
He'll be nice and ripe and drunk.
All I got to do is say Cuddles we're drinking, and he'll show up.
Right.
So, I mean, that's really all I need to do. I don't have to tell him what fucking game we're playing. He's just going to show up and drink. And he won't argue that. He'll agree with me on that. Dude is a Michigan fan now. He loves some Hutch. Ugh. Hutch has a pretty dope scene in the first episode of Hard Knocks. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I hope he's good. I hope he's good.
The Kool-Aid already.
I am drinking the Kool-Aid only because of Dan Campbell. He's the coach that you love, man.
I've seen.
He's awesome. I love Dan Campbell.
We'll see.
But this weekend we're gonna watch Day Shift on Netflix.
We might go try to see Bullet Train.
We're gonna try to go see Bullet Train this weekend.
Yeah.
And I am going to begin tomorrow while I'm working or after work. Don't tell him, Trick. Sandman. We're gonna try to get Sandman finished up before next week. Maybe talk about that next week.
Maybe get it finished up. but
Trying.
Yeah, I'm about halfway right now.
I know somebody asked about Sandman. I do want to start watching
Gorgeous
that.
show.
But
Jesus.
guys and girls, I am happy to announce that I finished Ozark, and I am now watching The Boys. I'm going to make my way through that, and hopefully at some point have a nice discussion about The Boys. I'll be talking before Boys Season 4 comes out. I will have everything done. I'll be well prepared for Season 4.
Okay, good.
Absolutely. So that's going to do it for tonight. Friday night, we'll be live with the community night, and then next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, we'll be live again to discuss all the things happening around the realm of pop culture. For Fanboytone, I'm the Dude79. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope everyone has a great weekend. We'll see you Friday night, though. Bring your booze. Let's play some games. Well, good night, everybody.